Alrighty. We is finally ready. Apologies for the wait, but we are finally ready.
Roger that.
Right, looks like we're going to finish this today then. I was planning on doing this Wednesday. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. But I'll have to find something else to do in the day tomorrow. But that's all good. If I can get this out of the way sooner, then I can get Pickles Please out of the way sooner, and that means I can do something special on Saturday. I digress. It's time for the moment I've been waiting for in this fucking campaign since I started it about a month ago now. Like, China was fun. GLA was all right. You know, it was like, I mean, it's fun to do the whole religious extremist thing, but it gets old fast. But now I get to go into shitposting I actually, you know, believe in, and that is Western superiority, fucking Blue 4, fucking coming in to clean up everybody else's mess because nobody can behave, sort of mindset. God damn, it's going to be great fun. Righty. So yes, no more ado. So we're actually going to be playing the USA. Finally, I can't wait. So for those remembering, the GLA spread chemical weapons
Lieutenant Eva. I will serve as your comm officer
everywhere in the previous game.
Army. We know the GLA have access to lethal biological weapons, and we have tracked these weapons to Baghdad. Our troops are assembled outside the city and await your orders, sir.
So naturally, so apparently immediately after spreading contagion everywhere via commandeered nuclear rockets, the Americans' first move is to immediately invade Iraq. Naturally, right? Also, yes, those are canonically F-22s, if anyone's wondering. Also, frame rate is because game is old. That's wishful thinking.
Anybody see a shoot? Negative. No shoot. Echo Company, engage. Roger.
I mean, not Abrams, but they're called Crusader tanks, so you know. And it dropped in dead memes. Cool. I'll give her a look. If I'm sufficiently impressed, I will swap out the current Dark Brandon meme with it. Oh, so yes, if you're wondering, this is absolutely just a piss take of the Battle of 73 Easting.
Fire at will. I'm hit. Let's finish him off. Watch the left. Bravo down. We got one here.
But it does point out the thing that is very true in the game, which is that America do in fact have the, like, statistically the best tanks in the game, but they're also the most expensive.
More contact. Range 300. Fast movers inbound. Line them up.
Ah, fuck. I love that I get to play with planes properly now. Literally being called the Siege of Baghdad. Gosh, can't get much better than that. Oh no. Oh no, it's relevant task combat. Oh, okay. Man.
General, we must capture Baghdad and eliminate all GLA forces.
Right. Okay, so the main thing with America is they get to give their vehicles drones, and the drones have different effects. So the battle drones, these they repair the vehicles as whilst they're out on the field. They also support the tank against infantry, which is very useful. The scout drones, I'm going to turn that down just a touch. But the scout drones help with, well, I mean, they detect for a wide radius around them, and they, give me the paladin tank, that was fun. They detect for a wide range around them, and they expand the view cone. So very important that you have at least one unit in your army with it. And so obviously we are still dealing with an empowered GLA that I kind of helped empower. So I mean, they could have sent it against my own base, but no, they decided to do it here.
Watch those clouds, men. Could be anthrax.
General, Washington orders us to enter the mountains and destroy the enemy Scud Storm.
Right, well, I do actually have a base. Okay, so the way the Americans capture supply is via the Chinook, shockingly. It's but it means that the Americans have the best ability to gather supplies from extreme range. Right. Okay, we do get the Paladin tanks. Now here's the thing. The if I remember correctly, the Battlemaster tanks was like 600. The Crusader tank, the base level tank, is 900. The improved version, the Paladin, which has an active defense system on the top, is over 1,000 on its own. So we're building 4 of them naturally because the American defense budget is silly. Right. Send them in. I'm actually going to turn the voice up just slightly because the voice is very quiet. Still very quiet.
Anthrax is still in the area. Use extreme caution.
Crusader tank responding.
Right. Obviously, there are funny voice lines in the Americans, but
occupied by enemy troops. Assault.
not quite as much as I think it's only affecting the campaign voices, but not quite as much as the but not quite as much as the other two.
Lost.
Where? Ah, yes, that's right. The other thing is that the drones can actually
Sweep and clear.
they do target the drones down, which are significantly easy to replace. Being this sort of clustering, because we just mentioned this total war battle lines, a little bit, yeah. Also, yeah, if you put rangers inside of a Chinook, they can fast rope down. Got to put them on 3, not put them on 3, not 1. Right, so we're going to send the tanks in for this one. I mean, generally, rolling in the tanks is normally the correct answer, but even so. That's it, roll it in, kill that one quickly because it's damaged and that makes me not trust it. Oh no, we lost a singular tank, whatever will we do? And the battle drones do make infantry easier to deal with, so. It's 2. That's a radar van, kill that shit.
All units, continue the advance.
There's a few tanks lost, but luckily we did replace them.
Moving in. Doing what's right. Polished and ready. Paladin tank in the field.
Test troops, test troops. I'm going to assume that's French, and I don't understand it. My apologies, but welcome.
Humvee here. How about a lift? Special forces here.
Right.
Crusader tank responding.
So it's I'd say he is flying bloody. It says English underneath the tags, dude. Can't understand a word you're saying. Right. So what we're dealing with here. Get a couple more Crusaders out, I think. Just in case the Rangers need to go in for anti-vehicle work. We'll get them outfitted. Meanwhile, I'm going to send the tanks across the way. Make sure we grab the paladins. No, don't kill that. That collapses. Whoa, that was close. I'm going to send the sounds like floating. I am uncertain because it's in Frog and I don't understand Frog.
Garrison buildings up ahead. Call in the Chinook.
I mean, we could call the infantry in. You are too hot. Well, considering I don't have a face cam on, I'm assuming it's a bot. Make my face. Well, it's either a bot trying to flirt in the wrong language, or it's someone speaking very poor French.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Look at this.
Doing what's right.
Well, there's a bunch of technicals up against a column of American tanks, so let's see how this goes.
Upgrade complete.
Just remember, tanks can in fact fire whilst on the move. Main problem I've now got is I've sent the Humvees off in the wrong direction. Ah, cool. I have two units of copters ready to go. Sweet. Right, well, let's send the Rangers in that direction so they can start popping them down. We'd call Milo if he was available. Well, this is true. Looking at officially. Also, hi, Dark. He claims to know French. I studied French in secondary school. That is the extent of my French. None of the words said there. Oh, I don't know enough of the words said there to understand what they said.
Get those
Oh, yeah.
pilots into vehicles. Let's roll.
There. So the main point of one of the main benefits of America is that they whenever they lose a high veterancy unit, instead of just losing the unit, if they have veterancy, they'll drop a pilot instead, because you know American equipment actually is built to guarantee survivability, unlike some people. But it means that if you can get that pilot out, you can then use that pilot on another vehicle, and they will then apply that veterancy from that other vehicle to the new one. So you can literally save your crews and send them into new vehicles. So though you are losing the equipment, you are not losing the veterancy.
Assuming control. Crusader tank responding. Polished and ready. Is there a threat? Loaded with U.S. doing what's right.
I am upset that you can't quite hear the voice lines, but I think the voice lines are in under SFX.
Paladin tank in the field.
They sure are. So I'm going to have to turn the SFX up and just kind of manage.
Closing the distance.
Find me a vehicle.
Heavy armor ready for action.
Alright, let's see what we've got then. Well, I'll save these two for the two paladins coming in.
Need a point, man? I want to blow something up.
I want to blow something up.
On the trail.
Special forces here.
I do enjoy just how jingoistic the I don't know, but that's the Arabic way of saying hello. I did notice that. I mean, wrong campaign. The title did change, right? Making sure.
Crusader tank responding.
They're rolling in. This is Baghdad. It's a relatively small city. But yes, the
Let me launch one, huh?
yeah, I think if I remember correctly, these are called javelin troops. Is it? Missile defenders. There you go. But they do have the laser acquisition systems on them,
Fire at anything. Yeah.
which means that they
Laser guidance ready.
it means they have an ability that allows them to lock on to enemies, and when they succeed in that lock on,
Here comes trouble.
they have a silly high rate of fire.
Got room for five. Let's go for it. Breaking loose.
Okay, roll these guys up.
Polished and ready. Keep it clean.
Orders, General? I have
Send these guys in. Keep scouting the approach to the enemy base, which you can actually do on unknown terrain. Thank Christ. It means on guard. I see. No cap. Ah, see. There was a whole unit there.
How about a show of force?
Not that it's going to matter much, seeing as I now have a silly force of many very nice tanks. But the drone does also detect any hidden explosives, which is very useful. But we do also have a couple of scout drones in here, so if they do have hidden explosives, we'll find out.
Tanks have the high ground.
Taking new ground.
Request air support. Big Bird on the way.
Big Bird. Are we about to do the really American thing, and instead of actually having to take with the fight, Americans are just sound effects? Just confirmed. Evidently, yes. Instead, we just call in a fuel air bomb and have done with it. Sweet. Right, we're rolling in, boys. The GLA cannot stand before the invention of the jet engine.
Anywhere you say, sir.
Right, let's roll in.
Proceeding to target zone. Anywhere you say.
Though they will attack enemy buildings on the A move, they won't attack the holes that get left.
Moving in. Light them up.
Get the enemy tank. That's actually a problem.
Let's grease them.
And then make sure you hit the barrels. That's a nice quick kill. Oh yeah, Operation Forceful Fist was a success. Oh hell yeah.
Unit lost.
Taking new ground.
Oh no, I lost something. It was a drone. Big who cares.
Proceeding to target zone. This'll win.
Kill that. Kill that. Continue killing that.
Taking new ground.
Want Nuggy again? Well, buy Nuggy again.
Moving in. Clearing terrain.
Unit lost.
I do enjoy that if the is an issue indeed. Well, apparently this is Operation Final Justice, if you're wondering.
Proceeding to target zone.
But yes, if the missiles get too close to our paladin tank, the paladin active defense system actually just kills it.
Light them up. Let's grease them. Taking
So
new
roll a bit forward so that all the guns can get in range. What's a good one? Hell yeah. Fucking US. just gotta get the last like flyover with the Raptors there. But I think that was just the mission to demonstrate, yeah, no, US units are silly powerful and have lots of very good abilities. Like, you don't have flamethrowers or anthrax in order to clear buildings out, but you can fast rope your dudes into the building, which not only clears the building out and doesn't damage it, it then gives you access to that garrison as well. It turns their defensive position into your defensive position.
We have tracked terror cell leaders to Al Hanad in Yemen. We believe the leaders behind the biowar attack are hiding in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Our Comanches are scouring Al Hanad, searching for these criminals.
Right. So we've got attack helicopters scanning a city. I don't know if that's going to be the right answer, Chief. But you know what? We'll find out.
Reporting enemy contact. Permission to engage.
Enemy contacts confirmed. Attack is a go.
Roger that, command. All Comanches, engage. Engage. Target's on the move. Stinger launch. Break.
See, that's why.
PLA stinger launch confirmed.
I'm in pursuit. Target eliminated.
Just like an Abdul here with his RPG is going to take you down because apparently you learn nothing from Somalia.
Lost him. He went into the alley.
I'm not in position. I am also not in position of nuggies, and it hurts me every time I think about it. Crunch. There it is. Yeah. Now we got to get our people out. Well, again.
All units, we have pilots down. Repeat, pilots down. Scramble, rescue teams.
Right. So we are now taking up the position of QRF, and we actually get to build the base this time. Sweet.
The GLA have captured our pilots. They are held in secret
Lay in the
locations around the
foundations.
city.
Right, let's have a look.
Devise a plan to bring them home, General.
Okay. What do the Humvees have in them? Probably. Oh, there's a javelin. I don't remember if they can fire out the Humvee, though. I don't think they can. Right, let's have a look then. What are we predominantly up against? Give me this. Give me that. I'm going to deploy that just to make sure that there's nothing hiding from me in the city. Doesn't look like it. It will say if a car is actually an IED. Black Hawk down for real. Literally, this mission is just straight up Black Hawk down. Like, if the last mission was 73 Easting, this mission is Black Hawk down. I'm gonna build some paladins because they're fun. Don't get access to the airfield just yet. Alright, so you also get this, the Patriot system. Yeah. Ground and air defense can relay position to nearby Patriots. So if one Patriot can fire at an enemy target, all the Patriots can fire at an enemy target, regardless of local range. It's hilarious. Oh yes, the Rangers also get flashbangs, which can literally just straight up stun. It was like, yeah, civilian buildings to clear them. Oh, so the flashbangs are literally damageless building clearers. Brilliant. I'm getting the sense I'm going to need them, so I'm going to actually research that and train up some Rangers. Oh, so yes, the Paladin literally says "preserving freedom" as it turns up on the field. Should be enough for him for now. I doubt I'm going to have much more for the Dozer to do, unfortunately.
GLA forces incoming. Secure the base perimeter.
Oh, there we go.
Polished and ready. In. Closing the distance.
We'll send these guys in.
Flashbangs are ready. Preserving freedom. Keep it clean. What's the mission, sir? Closing the distance.
Yeah. There we go. There's the relay. These two are close enough, but this one isn't.
What's the mission, sir?
Right, so they will attack the base, noted. So I am going to put a Patriot there, so we can relay all the way along. Sweet.
Protecting our mission, sir. Tank responding.
Right. You are Group 1. You're going in first.
The city's in an uproar. All units proceed with caution.
What's the mission, sir? Let's get to the action.
Oh, yes, that's the American Special Forces guy who's just just literally a mental infantry unit. Okay, yes. Okay, so missile troops can in fact fire out of the Humvees. That's very nice to know, which means I now need 12 of them.
What's the mission, sir? Any more projects?
Actually, quickly. Don't take those guys up just yet. Give me another Comanche. And it is a Comanche, not a Chinook. Oh, it is Chinook. So they didn't change this, but they did change the Apache. Well, is the Apache copyrighted, but the Chinook isn't? Okay.
Heavy armor ready for action.
Have you say, boss? All right. I'm going to continually be dropping drones in front of myself because I'm forever worried about this. Doesn't look like it yet. Also, those drones just straight up stick around in the area until the enemy shoot them down. It's great. So over time, you could literally just have the entire area under surveillance. It's awesome.
Unit lost.
Ah, yes, the unless you do something about it, yeah, give me a minute. I find that tank shells are typically quite anti-personnel. I am apparently wrong. Back up. Back up.
Thanks for getting me off, sir. Things were getting a little dicey for me.
Congratulations, General. This pilot's available for combat duty.
Gotta get out.
You can send him back to base or take advantage of his skills for this mission.
Where? I don't remember grabbing one. Oh well. Okay.
Train for perfection. Let's go in there. Where are we
I'm
going?
gonna roll out the Ranger Force then. The battle drones aren't terribly huge, but they do help.
Armor detail reporting.
So that means that armor force is a bit degraded.
On your command.
Did any of the Humvees make it out of that? No. Sweet.
Always prepared. Special forces here.
Grab
Deadly.
these guys.
No obstacles.
Where is... Yeah, I'm gonna want that because I wish to capture this. I wish to capture this hospital for self-healing infantry.
Let's get to the action. This supply
Oh, there he is.
pilot of the USA. Over there?
Send him out.
Minute cool. I'll be there.
Unit
Fuck's
lost.
sake.
No obstacles. Ready for action.
Oh.
Our base is under attack. Army's elite.
Upgrade
Don't want any
complete.
trouble here. Put your arms in the air. Search and destroy.
This is
Special forces
bloody
here.
GLA and their
Flashbang.
stupid fast attacks. There we go.
Always prepared.
I do enjoy how the flashbangs are apparently just an instant nuke for any enemy forces. It's brilliant.
Arming flashbangs. Ready for action. Anybody home? Arming flashbangs. Crusader tank responding. Army's
Alright, let's send them in to deal with these guys.
arming flashbangs.
There we go, there's one.
Search and destroy.
Unit lost.
Secure.
Jump in the building. Jump in the building. Oh. Unfortunately, by this point, the AI is no longer stupid and can absolutely knows that you can just mow down your guys.
On your command. What's the mission, sir? Taking new ground.
For some reason, they can't hit that one, so it's fine. We'll just roll the tanks up.
Blow them wide open. What's the mission, sir? Lighten them up. Clearing terrain.
And also, being the US, you have the counter problem where your units are worth the most XP to the enemy because they're the most expensive, and that's how the game calculates XP
What's the mission, sir?
by the literal monetary value of the units they shot down.
Yeah. What's the mission, sir? Good.
It's bullshit.
I'll build anywhere.
No, because my normal strategy as the US is to just nuke the enemy from extreme distance.
What's the mission, sir?
Pop another drone there, just so I know what I'm up against. And so he's got a number of technicals waiting on the sides in order to get in. But these mobs are the primary problem, which is weird because mobs are a surprisingly effective anti-armor weapon.
Always prepared. Take
There we
your
are.
position. Army's elite. Special forces here. Take a new position.
Grab these guys. Actually, run them as 2.
Heavy armor ready for action.
Run the armor as 1. Make sure we run at least one of these guys with
About a show of force. On your command.
a sensor drone rather than a battle drone.
Armor detail. Ready for action.
We need the... I'm just debating which direction to progress in now. Because normally I would just level all this with airstrikes, but, you know, here's what it is.
Moving in. How about a show of force? Anywhere you say, sir.
I'm going to roll this way. So we do actually have a lot of other upgrades you can get for these things, but not available just yet, unfortunately. Okay, that's them aggroed. Have them back up. Until the technicals arrive.
Taking new ground.
And then that's all the technicals dead. So now I need the Rangers to come in. There's only one technical left. Because the rebels are good, but they're not Rangers. So you know,
Proceeding to target zone.
something Army Strong theme song.
Ready for action.
So we roll them up behind
Grabbing a flashbang.
and to have make sure the tanks focus on the technicals rather than the
Armor detail reporting.
infantry because they're no good at it.
Rally point
Yeah, look
confirmed.
at this, actual combined arms in this game for once rather than just let's roll lots of tanks.
Our base is being attacked.
Okay, there we go. Speaking of let's roll lots of tanks, these tanks have just run up against a Patriot system wall. It will not go well for them. Easy. Where's the dozer? We need to fix that.
Army's elite.
And the worry is this technical here, so I'm going to roll up these tanks just here.
Special
Unit
forces here.
lost.
And as ever, it's the technical I didn't see that got me. Ugh.
Taking new position. Taking new position.
Yeah.
On your command.
We can't collapse this minaret. Shit.
Rally points confirmed. Taking new position.
There he is. Okay, he's aggroed. Pull them back.
Heading out.
Yeah, he was clever enough to not follow me there. Oh wait, no. He took a couple of hits from the fucking battle drone, and now he's angry.
Anywhere you say, sir. Moving in.
There he goes. There he goes.
Unit
Ah,
lost.
he's still got two of them because he's quick. The eternal frustration with the GLA is just the units are so fucking fast.
Special
Crusader
forces
tank
here.
responding.
And now what?
What's the mission, sir?
Clearing terrain.
From here we can roll the tanks up north. From here,
What's the mission, sir? Ready for
Because-
action.
because the flashbangs from the Rangers should be able to deal with that mob.
What's the mission, sir? Army's elite.
Even though there is only 5 of them, it shouldn't matter too much.
What's the mission, sir? Heading out.
Let's roll them in first. Also, no, I don't know why they're carrying their guns over their shoulder like that, like they've got some kind of steel beam.
Them down. Taking new position. What's the mission, sir?
Well, that's some of them.
What's the mission, sir?
That's most of them.
How about a show of force?
What's the mission, right there.
There's one. Just no, she got too close. Shoot her down.
Grabbing a flashbang. Rally point
Armor
confirmed.
detail reporting.
Right. Have a look at what's in front of us then.
Anywhere you say, sir.
That's a tank.
Army's elite.
Heavy armor ready for action.
So,
Always prepared.
in an ideal universe, what we'll actually do is I'm going to grab a couple of Humvees and load them up with missile troops, and have them support the Rangers.
Special forces here. On the go.
Got my missile
Ready for
launcher
action.
right here.
We're going to have the Rangers do the next part of this mission.
Got my missile launcher
Search and
right
destroy.
here.
So we'll keep the tanks in the region because
Command.
in the event that we need a big armored force, it is now available to us.
Got my missile
Army's
launcher
elite.
right here.
There's also oil here, and I feel
Need a
sudden
point man.
patriotic urge to claim it.
Always prepared.
I also grab that
Change the decor.
hospital. Grab that hospital as originally planned.
Right here.
So it's
Got room for 5.
yeah, 5 men per, so I need to train one more.
My missile launcher right here. Let's pop some
Heading over.
tanks. My missile launcher right
Start
here.
dumping people in.
Heading over.
Humvee here.
Right, and then these Humvees will support the Rangers as they move, and this will be the anti-vehicle solution for the Rangers.
Rally point confirmed.
Put them there. Also, notice I have near constant map visibility, despite the fact that I don't have any troops in this region. God, I love playing as the US.
Man, always prepared. Ready for action. Always prepared.
There we go. Local high-value assets secure. Also, yeah, again, look at that. Just look how far the Chinooks can go for resources, and it doesn't really put a dent in my gathering rate. Obviously, I'll need more to keep it efficient, but they can just fly over here and take it. No issue at all.
Delivery, General.
Heavy armor ready, for action.
Right,
On the go.
now we go north.
Search and destroy.
Unit
Couldn't
lost.
save it.
Heading out.
Back it up.
Special forces here. Position.
I believe we should be able to
Arming flashbang.
go back to the machine gun. Yeah, because the machine gun can actually
Ready for
deal with the rocket launchers. Must remember that it's a toggle, not necessarily a It's a toggle, not a ability.
Always prepared. Rally point confirmed. Fully engaged.
There we go. That's just a case of very quickly retraining it.
Special forces here.
Got my missile
I'll
launcher.
swap them over back to the flashbang to deal with this mob right here.
Need a point man. Put your arm
And
on
then
the
Lost.
ready for point man.
swap them over quickly.
Rocket buggy. Don't let him
Search
shoot.
and destroy.
Yeah, about that. Just lost the entire fucking unit of rangers.
You bet.
Because urban combat fucking sucks.
Need a point man, sir. How about a lift?
Push him up.
What's the mission, sir?
Yes, it's a rocket buggy. It's this bloody SAM side that gives me pause.
Mission, sir.
Unit lost.
Oh well, there goes the dozer. Oh well, I can replace it. It's fine. Apologize, I'm just going to very quickly take the risk. That audio just by a little bit. Okay.
What's the mission, sir?
There we go.
What's the mission, sir?
And that should be, yep. That should be that force dealt with.
Ready for action. What's the mission, sir?
The problem being that, how am I going to roll into this?
Mission, sir. On your command.
I think I'm honestly just going to have to do just that. I'm just going to have to roll into it with the tanks. I mean, I'll have to roll both forces in at the same time. Because I need the rangers to very quickly deal with the mob, and the tanks to very quickly deal with everything else. To be fair, this Miss Minaret is collapsible, I think. No, I think. Do hate how sometimes, you know,
Need a point man.
environment weapon, sometimes environment no weapon.
Unit lost.
Well, that's that problem, though. Couldn't quite save that other Humvee.
On the go. On the go.
Out the thing.
Humvee here. Looks like a good run. You want
Yeah.
some of that?
To be fair, the Humvees are also very quick.
It should be fun.
Right, that's
Always prepared.
right. With the technicals dealt with,
Special forces here. Search and destroy.
I can roll the rangers in to deal with the rest of it.
He's on the target list.
Unit lost.
There we go, and that's that dealt with. Right, so I'm going to grab you three, flashbangs, mob.
Put your arms in the
You're on riot control.
armed and loaded.
There we are. Right. Wait, when you actually coordinate it properly, it can work. What do you know?
How about a lift? Always prepared. Rally point confirmed.
All right, let's grab this guy. I'd be very surprised if this was the whole mission. I haven't played this in a very long time. There it is.
was gonna break into the compound, sir. Reporting for duty.
Nice job, sir. The final pilot is located up in the
Ready
hills
for action.
overlooking the city. Watch out for tunnel networks. Once you complete your objective, bring the pilot back to base.
Right. How are we going to break into this? I'm going to deploy that just there, just to see what he's got in front. Honestly, just tanks.
Army's elite. Search and destroy.
I do enjoy that. If you put the red pilot in one of the tanks, it turns into a red tank.
Taking new ground.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna roll tanks into this. So, here comes a big ass armored force. Normally, I would say, you know, bomb the shit out of it, then send the tanks in, but
Heavy armor ready for action.
apparently it's not an option.
Clearing terrain. Preserving freedom.
There we are. I do only have a couple of the original Crusaders left, but
Threat.
honestly, fine. I mean,
Taking her in.
Crusaders are completely outmoded in every way by the Paladins, so
Polished and ready. How about a show of force? Keep it clean. Freedom.
I do enjoy that. You know, the Paladin tank is just—he's got the personality of the complete straight man.
Doing what's right.
He's here because he's fully convinced he's one of the good guys, and given who he's up against, he's probably right.
Preserving freedom.
Considering he's up against the tyrannical and
Is there a
completely amoral Chinese and the fanatical and just enormously evil GLA.
doing what's right? Preserving freedom. Polished and ready.
He may well actually be right, even though the
Armor detail reporting. Heavy armor ready for action.
I'll say even though the Crusader is just straight up just a tanker. He's in a big armored fucker and he knows it, so he no care. Whereas the Paladin is more concerned with obeying ROE and trying to keep it clean. And you know, they have a bigger gun, better armor, more health, and a laser defense system. So frankly, they're just better. You know, at the price of being $200 more expensive. But you know, tit for tat at the end of the day. Still can't go toe to toe with an Overlord, but because the Americans may have the average best tank, but they don't have the highest value tank, the biggest meanest son of a bitch on the board. That still goes to the Chinese, unfortunately. No. The Paladin tank up. Oh, so actually, yeah, have it target the rocket buggies because the rocket buggies are quite puny. Well, note to self. Where's the... There he is. Gonna pop that there. Boo. What do you mean, boo? What are you booing for?
Yes, sir. How about a show of force?
Yeah. Running over civilians in the streets. Same as. I mean, it doesn't really matter who wins this war. The civilians lose. I believe because Blue Force should have the best all-around equipment. Well, yeah. Let's see. You know, dollar for dollar, they have the best units on the map. They don't have the best and highest value tank on the map, but, you know, the heaviest, you know, you've got to remember, the Overlord is ultimately a very specialized piece of kit, and the Overlord doesn't stand a fucking chance. For the same reason Super Heavies didn't stand a chance in real life. It's just fucking... Ultimately, it's just target practice for bloody air cover.
Unit lost.
Hang tight. Air support on the way.
Hell yeah. Because unfortunately, like, yes, we're doing very well and we've got some very nice units, but we still don't have access to the thing that actually makes the US the best army in this fucking game, which is their air cover. We're gonna. No, just keep rolling in. Just keep rolling in.
Unit lost.
So just roll in, roll in, and keep shooting. Yeah. So we haven't had a chance to play with any of the air options yet, because the only aircraft we've actually been able to play with have actually been the bloody MiGs, and they're okay, but I mean they're incendiary bombers.
Unit
Oh no.
lost.
Oh. Unfortunately, those Rangers were unfortunately positioned. She really should get a Humvee out for him. And to be fair, I can manufacture one very quickly,
On your command. Find me a vehicle. How about
just to make sure he lives.
clearing terrain?
Oh, here's the GLA pursuit force. It's not going to do much because I'll just click past them and have the tanks fire on the move. Oh yeah.
Got room for five. Oh yeah.
I do enjoy that the Humvee is just some guy who loves to go fast.
Base is being attacked. Armor detail reporting. Blow 'em wide open. This'll wake 'em up.
Right, advance.
Delivering ordnance.
Kill this.
Moving in.
Because the laser defense system does have a regen.
Thing to drive? How about a lift? Oh yeah.
Send him home.
Show of force.
Right, let's send the whole column home then. There we are. I mean, it's very much not how the Americans do things, but there's the massive column of armored tanks. Humvee is just going full Blackwater and yeeting it through civilians at the market. Oh, big time. I mean,
You are
anyone who
victorious.
runs is a GLA terrorist. Anybody who does not run is a well-disciplined GLA terrorist. Yeah. Very good. Let's see what we're dealing with now.
A U.S. division has been ambushed by the GLA in the Hindu Kush Mountains.
Hindu
Our forces are
Hindu
falling back
Kush.
with the GLA in close pursuit. Take command of a small Comanche base near Salang to cover the retreat. Do your best, General.
Oh, yeah. It gets Kazakhstan.
Confirmed. They're moving in fast. Maintain
Wait.
formation.
Operation Guardian Angel, hell yeah.
Our air cover. Alpha 3, report. What's your status? Charlie 3 is down. Someone get those buggies off us. We need more support. Close range.
Alright, so I gotta provide air cover for this column.
Delta, stay in formation.
He's a contractor who points at his head and says, "Let's go." I mean, obviously this is a very well built up and very well funded GLA, but oh well. Okay, air cover, finally.
General, USA forces are fleeing through this area. Use Comanches to defend our troops and help them to escape. Destroy as many GLA pursuit vehicles as you can.
I'd also like the F-117s. But what do I need to do it? What do I need to build it?
The GLA are right behind us. We could sure use your help.
Oh.
Need a delivery, General?
They give me the full complement of stealth bombers, or stealth fighters rather.
Comanche here.
Meanwhile, yeah, let's roll these guys out. I do hate how you have to upgrade the Apaches, sorry, Comanches,
GLA inbound.
with
Hold on as
rocket
many as
pods.
you can, General.
Flying low. Air cover's on the way.
And that A-10 run's gonna miss horrid. Yeah.
Flying low.
And they're not on station just yet. So there better still be 4 of those. I'll be very annoyed if there isn't. Well, that's good. Not brilliant, but good.
I'll build anywhere.
I can build another airfield, but I will need more power for that. So worth noting, ECS level gameplay, literally. Worth noting, it costs 800 for a new fusion reactor, but only 500 to literally double the output of an existing one.
Yeah.
I would like to build a new airfield, please. Where might I accomplish such a feat?
Sorry, I can't build it. Sorry, I can't.
Can I build on these?
Thanks for the cover
The
fire.
fact that that's there tells me he's going to try and come up for me at some point. Yeah, I'll hold on to it for now then. There we go. The stealth fighters are nearly here. So we're just warming up for the next run here.
Comanche here. Ready for covert mission. In the field.
Must remember if that that ability is still available when they fired all of their stuff.
Our men are inbound, General.
Slippery target. No restrictions.
I do enjoy that they'll actually line up and launch together like that.
Running cool and quiet. Comanche here. Yes, sir.
Make the Comanches 1,
Flying low.
make the F-117s
Here they come.
2.
Open fire. They're moving too fast.
We've dumped all their rounds on the first guy, fuck's sake. And some of them are cutting up.
Some of the GLA are breaking off pursuit to hit our base, sir. We must hold our position.
Right, well, where's the... There he is.
Construction. Laser-guided missiles are installed. Made in the U.S. of A.
So we'll keep them on there.
Ready to know AO.
Make sure we consistently target
Crusader tank.
the F-117s.
New contact. Get them off.
There we go.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me this more.
Comanche here. Air cover's on the way. Nav system.
And they're coming for me. Sweet.
Heavy armor ready for action. That supply file is done. Good area. They won't get a lot.
But you know, air cover is still air cover, and I can still deal with it. So
Thanks for the cover fire.
Unit
Charlie out.
lost.
I mean, it's fine if I lose these guys, because I can repeat. I can
Your off to a good start, sir.
I can replace these
75
guys pretty
still to
quickly.
go.
Flying low.
Oh, 75 total, not 75%. Jesus.
Stop for me.
I'm going to continue
Made in the U.S.
fortifying this area.
Got room for 5. Crusader tank responding. Target.
Send these tanks to the back.
More of our men are inbound.
Make sure we keep building more and more Comanches. We'll need them, seeing as they're our primary air support asset. There's another one. No, come here. And that there.
Yes, sir.
Grab him.
G here. Gun visibility.
Okay, here they come.
Visibility clear.
Oh, what the hell that is? POW truck, there you go. Okay, now send this second force in to go deal with that. And they're not terribly effective, unfortunately.
Moving to new AO. Nav system set.
Where are you lot going? You're progressing straight forward. I'm going to call the A10 there and see how we do.
New construction. Make my
Let's look around Murney. Oil rigs across the way. Oh, well, and there's bloody money there.
serving our country. Providing resources.
Unit lost.
Is open.
And then quickly send them down. Kill this lot.
Nav system set. Nav system set.
So the rocket pods make the Comanches, frankly, just silly.
Air cover's on the way.
You can chase them down. Pretty good consistency, to be fair.
Yes, sir. Slippery target.
Yeah.
In the field. Stealth fighter ready for flight.
Let's remember, these guys are really for like high value targets.
Excellent work, General.
Like-
Another 50 to go.
And dealing with the bulk of enemy forces is really not what they're meant for.
High and low.
Really get another Comanche up.
New contact. More of our men are inbound, General.
I see them.
Fly and low. Need a delivery, General? Oh, signing for this.
Make sure he grabs that.
Sir. Moving to new AO.
So we're directly on hand this time. So yeah, there he goes. He normally has the fucking the fast moving bloody rocket buggies. Okay. Move the Comanches along. Let's send the F-117s out to help deal with those quad cannons. There you go, there's one. And then the Comanches dive in and deal with the other. And now we're free. If we can fly them in. That's a lot of casualties. At this rate, only a handful of Rangers are getting up.
Visibility clear.
Oh dear. Those quad cannons are enough to ruin my day. So we kind of need the patriotism to be focusing on the tanks.
Our base is under attack.
Make sure they retarget there. I'm going to send the Comanches in to help deal with this because this is a little overwhelming.
Unit lost.
There you are. I'm going to need more Patriots then. There we are.
Visibility clear.
In order to do that first, however, I'm going to need a new bloody cruiser.
Comanche here.
And I remember this mission being a touch unkind.
Another one of our convoys is
I'm gonna-
retreating through the canyon, sir. Cover them as
I'm going to set two of them to Group 3, so I can actually independently target out those quad cannons.
Is open. Nav system set.
So I haven't got to wait for the
Visibility clear.
F-117s to take off this time.
Moving to new AO. Moving to new AO.
Yeah. You there, you there.
Unit lost.
Nav system set.
Our cannons are picking us apart, sir.
Yeah, I'm fucking noticing. So the vehicles are still effective. They are still fighting for themselves, but just not as effectively, unfortunately. Nah.
Undetectable. Yes, sir.
It's a big force coming in.
Flying low.
But they can't shoot up, so we'll just send the Comanches in. So we're going to build more Comanches, because that's my primary force here. There we go. Like toe-to-toe, GLA really can't deal with what we've got. But unfortunately, the GLA are kind of the sneaky-ass faction, so you really have to see. As long as you can see what they've got coming, they kind of stand no chance. There we are.
Nav system set. Comanche here.
Hang in there, sir. Another 25 to go.
Fully aware.
We're almost there, sir. 10 more to go.
Let's see.
Great job, General. This was the last of the retreat column. The GLA will be making a final push to dislodge us from our position. We need to hold.
Uh-huh. And you guys will be going straight past with the other side, won't you? Luckily, the Comanches can't actually keep pace with the bloody rocket buggies. And there you are.
Our base is under attack.
Fully aware. Make sure we target down these quad cannons first. There we are. Nice and easy. The American air cover is it's their primary function. No, the Chinese are an overwhelming land force. The GLA have the most abilities and the most ability to fuck with your enemy. The Americans just have overwhelming air power. They can be anywhere on the map quickly. They're the most susceptible to being starved of resources.
Despite our losses in Hindu Kush, America is still committed to destroying the GLA.
Hell yeah.
Spy satellites have discovered a major GLA training camp on the coast of the Caspian Sea. The battle is already underway. Good luck, General.
Right, so remember the US campaign has 8 missions, so this is 4, so we're about halfway through already.
For Grid Square Beta Charlie. Stand clear.
Transport teams 1 and 2 approaching the landing zone.
All ships maintain heavy
Battleships are viable fire support platforms.
This is Team 2. We're taking heavy fire. We need that air support now. Mission completed. Keep on now. Go.
This is literally just D-Day. D-Day, but against the fucking IX. Brilliant. What's my role here? I've got no one. Oh, we're light blue now. Okay.
Armor detail reporting. Clearing terrain.
Reinforcements have arrived.
This will wake them up.
There we go.
We need to clear out these stinger sites before we can bring in our bombers to clear
Noted.
the GLA from the area.
Ready for action.
So you give me the normal ground force.
Take a new position.
Gather them up.
Heading out. Rally point confirmed.
And you.
Not a show of force. Moving in. Cruise missiles ready.
And now we have cruise
Ready
missiles.
for action.
Great fun.
On your command. Standing by for coordinates.
I think these are literally just called, literally called Tomahawk launchers. And yeah, just long range, super fast, fucking
Adjusting for wind current.
cruise missile launchers. They're much longer than the Inferno cannon and way faster
Coordinates received.
than the
Transporting cruise missile.
Scud launcher.
Army's elite. Standing by for coordinates. We can launch from there. Transporting cruise missile.
The Scud launcher is a big, unwieldy machine. It takes ages to get anything done. And the Inferno cannon is a traditional artillery cannon that has surprisingly short range for one. Technological superiority.
Calculating the
Just can't beat it. Yeah.
Crusader tank responding.
Obviously,
Online.
Tomahawk missiles will always struggle with
Updating grid armor ready for action.
SAM sites, because somehow Abdul, Hassan, and Hakim can effectively shoot down bloody
Anywhere you say.
cruise missiles, but even so.
Cruise missiles ready. On your command.
Unit lost.
Moving in. This'll wake them up.
I think that should be enough to clear out that bunker, allowing me to send the rest of the units up.
Say, sir. Lighten them up.
Deal with that first.
Unit lost.
There we go. Nice and easy.
Taking heavy fire! Sector 2-5! Take cover!
Lighten them up.
Get up that hill!
Blow them wide open.
Yeah, Tomahawks can deal with
Anywhere you say.
anything that isn't a SAM site, really. But there's an ad. There we go. Right. So let's make sure that if we can clear out the launches on these SAM sites first, then that'll make the rest of this easier.
Congratulations, General.
Let's send out the. Make sure we keep
Unit
sending out the
lost.
cruise missiles for the for the garrison positions. Make sure we mop up these holes. There we go.
Birds are inbound.
If we can mop up the holes, then the rest of the fleet can come in and fucking whack the GLA as they fucking should. Yeah. Here comes Buff, the big ugly fat fuck. The most terrifying piece of kit in the American arsenal is still the strategic bomber from like 60 years ago. Got a higher body count than anything else in that entire military.
Construction crews have arrived, sir. You'll need to get our base set up before we're overrun by the GLA.
Here's the idea.
Our final objective is this GLA base here in the hills. Take it out and the operation is complete.
Hell yeah. Right, so see what tools they give me. Well, they let me keep my force from the beach. That's a bonus.
Target zone. Cruise missiles ready.
Well, there's this lot.
Launch cycle. Heavy armor ready for action.
We'll make some improvements.
Good area.
Like that base there. Can't put the supply base up just yet, though.
Bring on the scaffolding. Launcher armed and ready.
Keep nuking these yurts. Yeah, I do feel that a Tomahawk missile for a yurt in Kazakhstan is probably a bit much, but if Obama taught us anything, it's that drone strikes and cruise missiles against massively unprepared targets is the most effective strategy. Oh, cool, it's cleaned up.
Coordinates received. Warheads in the field. On your command. Armor detail reporting.
Warheads in the field.
That one's done.
I will preserve our money for now,
Sorry, I can't
rather than building drones and shit.
Going up.
So we don't have radar until we get the base up, because so the Chinese have to buy radar as an upgrade. The GLA have it in Abdul's van. The Americans have it per standard in their actual HQ.
Made in the US of
It's just good practice in CNC to divide out to decentralize your power, because it stops the enemy from just being able to nuke it all at once.
Preparing launch cycle.
Yeah. I say uncontested Tomahawks are just the best unit in this fucking game.
Unit lost.
And that didn't go particularly well for them.
Clocked in.
Right, that's the supply base up and running.
Upgrade complete.
Get the rest of it moving.
Bring on the scaffolding.
There's your barracks. Improve their power output because it's cheaper than building new ones. The war factory. Oh, but yes. And yeah, let's get that fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if she's actually reaching it, but I mean, she did. The vet did say she expects it to rupture, so it is what it is.
Upstairs.
I did, yes. Okay, just deploy always deploy a sensor drone over new areas, especially where they don't have air cover. Time to call it an A-10. Friendly fire? Nah.
Laying the foundation. Cruise missiles ready.
Sharing is caring. Hell yeah.
We can launch from there.
Just says scrap car, but I don't trust it.
Calculating missile speed. That one's done.
Yeah, either way.
Updating grid location. New construction.
It's kind of weird that we've got the lighter blue color for this mission.
Good area.
Evenly spaced.
Being attacked.
evenly spaced Patriot system. Patriot systems. I mean, I don't think it's as formidable a defensive line than the Chinese bunkers, but pretty fucking close, I will be honest. Right, back up, back up. The Patriot systems are now coming online.
Unit lost.
There we are.
Anywhere you say,
Pull that back. I'm going to have Bob build that, whilst Vinny continues expanding the Patriot line. You do get an upgrade to this in the next game with the Firebase, which is an artillery cannon that can be crewed. I think it's in 0 hour, not base game. Yeah, it looks like he does have a way down here. So, fire drone. Yep, quad cannon. Do enjoy how unreasonably long range these fucking things are. Oh, build that up. Thing is, he is the GLA. He has no real recourse to that.
good area. Want to make some improvements?
And that should be enough.
On your command, where you say.
Should be enough defenses to hold off what they're trying to throw at us. One issue with the Patriot system, though, not very good against infantry.
General, our base is under attack.
I wouldn't expect it to be, but yeah. But luckily, I've got a small horde of Rangers, so even though they are a bit hurt. Okay, these are the vehicles coming in, so we can back up.
Unit lost.
That's the other problem. They tend to hyper focus on one unit at a time.
What's the story?
Yeah, so we've got the war factory. Now it's just airfield time. Now, airfields are big. So the question becomes where to put them.
More projects? Ooh, can't do that. Sorry, I can't build there.
So in all honesty, I'm thinking about putting them all on the beach.
New construction? Keep 'em busy.
I'm going to send both dozers down that way. I'm going to pull the Rangers all the way back there, and I'm going to have the Crusaders in that line, just to bolster the defenses a little. Meanwhile, the Tomahawks, I think they can make slow but steady progress up the hill. But there's the enemy base. Pop the spy drone in the back of it, just to see what we're really playing with here. Right.
What's the story?
Oh, yeah, we absolutely can put the airfields on the beach, by the looks of it. Yeah.
Build there.
On there.
Have a job for me? Sorry, I can't build there.
Not quite enough space for a second, huh?
Ooh, can't do that.
That's fine. We'll
Build. I'll build.
send him further down the beach. We're getting this in. I don't care what anybody says. So the quad cannons will be sufficiently distracted by the ultra cheap drones, whilst the rest of their force gets fucking obliterated.
Unit lost.
And then we just refresh.
What's the story?
Yep, there we go.
Job. Always ready.
And then just in case the GLA get any funny ideas,
Good area.
first, however,
On the job.
new cold fusion plant. Need that. Right, next, what to blow up? Well, really, their supply line, right? We'll send an A-10 in to help deal with that.
Wanna make some improvements?
They can keep hurling themselves at us if they like. Won't get them anywhere.
West of A. Good area.
Unit lost.
And the Patriot systems do repair themselves. Slowly, but they do. So that's cut their supply line, if temporarily. Fortunately, that's a power drop, which is only Rangers. Doesn't help me much. But we'll continue building our sphere of visibility.
Upgrade complete.
Still only stealth fighters, huh?
General, our base is under attack.
It'll have to do. Luckily, I have a point spare. Las missiles. And then, yeah, these things cost. We do need to start thinking about where we're going to be getting money from very shortly. Fortunately, I don't think there's much... Ah, there we go. There's generally an alternate funding source somewhere.
They're attacking our base.
To be fair, Tomahawks and Stealth Fighters are how I'm going to win this, so... You're just fine, right?
Always
You two, back up the hill.
busy.
But those Patriot systems are largely just a stopgap. Just in case the enemy gets a little bit too close.
Guided missiles are installed.
Hell yes. So that has the, so the stealth bombers deal a bit more damage.
Tomahawk systems online.
See
Coordinates received.
what we can pull off with the Tomahawks. Have you?
Ready for covert mission. Ready for covert mission.
He's not happy. Alrighty.
Calculating missile speed.
As if I don't have to approach the enemy to win, then I'm not fucking going to. It is that simple. Here they come.
Stealth fighter ready for flyby. Ready for covert mission. Ready for covert mission.
Trying to get underneath.
That's a lock. Stealth fighter ready for flyby.
Make sure we take out the important bits first.
Unit
No,
lost.
bring them in.
Exploiting target.
Ooh, that was close.
Job for me.
They are building up greater and greater presence. We do kind of want to get a shake on.
Cruise missiles ready. Preparing launch cycle.
Well, if we can deal with them this time, there's no guarantee that it will stay this way.
Our base is under attack.
He's already snuck a force underneath.
Clocked in.
I am not interested in having that be a repeat occurrence, so Patriot missile goes up there. Yeah, I'm not too far off getting the rest of the
Tomahawk launcher.
Squadron's up.
armed and ready.
So as long as we can keep building our visibility,
Confirmed.
we can keep sending the Tomahawks in.
Arming cruise missile.
No,
Warheads
no,
in the field.
back them up.
Ready for covert mission. All finished. We can launch from there. Updating grid location.
Back them off.
Special forces here. Search and destroy.
Let's see how well these Rangers do against this force of rebels coming in.
Take a new position.
Oh, they are dead set on getting these Tomahawks, huh? I suppose they are a high-value target.
Smooth and sleek. They won't get a lock.
Give me one more. There we are.
Stealth
Cruise
fighter
missiles
ready
ready.
for flyby.
Transporting cruise missile.
God, they are committed to getting these Tomahawks.
Stealth fighter ready for flyby. Smooth and
Missiles
sleek.
ready. Point man.
Them on 3. Will produce an ambulance, however.
No more supplies from this source.
And that's all the money we're getting then. For now.
Guidance set.
Well, I can get... I'll tell you what I will do. Ahead of time. I'll grab that.
Need some medical attention?
Then grab the cap. So in a bit, I'll power drop again. Grab the oil rigs.
Tomahawk launcher armed and ready.
Medical supplies on
Stealth
hand.
fighter
Systems
ready for
online.
flyby.
Take a new position.
Behold, one of 2 female units in this entire game. And it's the bloody ambulance.
Heading out.
I'm going to just have that so the Rangers don't die fucking immediately.
Upgrade complete.
I assume this is going to get spotted and killed immediately. Yep,
Unit
killed it.
lost.
I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do to get the... To be fair, the stealth bombers can actually get in pretty soundly. Yeah.
Cruise missiles always ready. Prepared.
Smooth and sleek.
You're... Okay, yeah, okay, you're 3.
Standing by.
You guys are 1.
Delete.
You guys are now 2.
Undetectable.
You are 4.
Unit lost.
You got then? Oh, he's got some anti-air medevac, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Gotta get our boys out.
Slippery target.
Continue sabotaging their supply line.
That's a lock.
I'll send them after that collapsing minaret as well. See what mayhem we can cause. Things they're stealthed, and they don't have any. Yep, they're gonna make it.
Unit lost.
One F117 though didn't get out. That actually pancaked one of the quad cannons.
Tomahawk
Ready
launcher
for
armed
action.
and ready.
And so most of those
Special forces here.
most of the Rangers are now healed up.
They won't get
Tomahawk
locked.
systems online.
So we're gonna keep pushing the Tomahawks up in that case.
Base is under attack.
Well, they are committed to those Tomahawks, huh?
Instructions confirmed.
Unit lost.
Oh, yeah, he got one Ranger. Cool, I'll take it.
Coordinates
Always
received.
prepared.
So we're gonna
Slippery target.
start moving the Tomahawks up with Ranger cover just in case the one thing that the Tomahawks can't deal with, infantry, shows up.
Cruise missiles ready.
Right. See what we're dealing with here.
Warheads in the field.
What's that? That's a SAM site.
Standing by for
I'd like that to stay dead if at all possible.
coordinates received.
Spin that round.
Updating grid location.
Army's elite. Heading out.
Cruise missiles ready.
We've nearly got the power drop, so we can nearly re-establish our supplies. Okay, I'm trying that again.
Tomahawk
Special
launcher
forces
armed and
here.
ready.
On the go.
No, get that back.
Tomahawk
Ready for
launcher armed
action.
and ready.
We're getting super high value target there.
Ready.
Medical supplies on hand.
Spin her around.
Forces here.
There she goes.
Out.
Tomahawk systems online.
Right, now that's dealt with.
Adjusting for wind current.
Okay, that war factory is very in range. Sweet. Now, where were those? There they are.
Unit lost.
Calculating missile.
So we can at least help the Rangers out with these technicals.
Flight systems activated.
I mean, the enemy can crank them out like no one's business, but even so.
Always prepared.
I was half worried their pathing would get stuck there, but...
Army's elite. We'll take
Okay,
them
you can take that oil supply line.
Armed and ready. Arming cruise missile.
The war factory dealt with. That should severely slow down their ability to produce
Destroy.
problems.
Armor detail reporting.
When I move the Crusaders up, just to add a bit more meat in front of the Tomahawks, and then we're gonna walk it forward.
Standing by for coordinates. Launch cycle.
Now that we are very, very within range.
Forces here. Building is up.
Missile guidance set.
We have their building. Army's elite. He's on the target list.
Tomahawk launcher armed and ready.
Do enjoy if you get enough Rangers in one place, they can in fact just burst fire down anything.
Preparing launch cycle.
Unit lost.
It's another one.
They won't get a lock.
Oh, with that supply line re-established. Oh no.
Undetectable. In and out. Stealth fighter ready for flyby.
Them bloody locals are attacking my oil fields. Let's get that dealt with. Yeah, that's what I call a proportional response.
Unit lost.
Oh. Maybe not cost effective though.
Standing by for coordinates. Flight systems activated.
Seems their ability to try and deal with this is becoming quite limited.
Always prepared.
Missile guidance.
Kill that, thank you.
Launch from there.
Quickly get that fixed.
Under command.
These Tomahawk cruise missiles are not cheap to replace. I also can't replace them.
Tomahawk
But I'd like to preserve them if at all possible.
We can
No,
take care
back
of
her off.
it. Move! Let's get there quick.
Special forces here. New position.
Oh no. Barely trained rebels.
Rally point
If only I had a bloody
Missile guidance
force of elite infantry just hanging around.
Standing by for coordinates received. Warheads in the
Doesn't mean an America that's a USA that's on a roll and is actually achieving its objectives is nigh unstoppable.
Unit lost.
And yep, that should be just a collapse.
arming cruise
Actually wax that tunnel entrance. Start dealing with more of these SAM sites because they're bugging me off. what do we lose? Lost one from there. We'll rebuild that and go in for another airstrike, I think. No. Back up, back up.
Tank responding. Armor detail reporting.
We'll send the tanks in. Kind of, yeah, schwack that. Right, next plan.
Crusader tank responding.
We're just going to keep walking it in.
Ready for covert mission.
They will pull in an airstrike in just a moment once I'm confident. Fair, I should be able to call that in now.
Unit lost.
Yeah, he's only got one quad rotor left. A quad cannon left, rather.
Crusader tank responding. Terrain. Special
Back that up.
Standing by for coordinates.
That is, in fact, a rocket buggy.
In my field of fire.
Let's deal with that, seeing as he only has so many of those left, now that he can't reproduce them. Reassign these groups, seeing as they now have replacements in them.
Fighter ready for flyby.
Ready for action.
Missile guidance set.
Watching the bit where this will become difficult is I can't see that quad cannon.
Smooth and slick. They won't get locked.
Unit
But I will go
lost.
for their supply line still.
Tomahawk launcher armed and ready.
We'll follow up with the Tomahawks.
Calculating missile speed. Updating grid
Might as well
location.
take out that rocket buggy whilst we got the chance. Back them off. Didn't kill it, but that's why we got the second flight coming in.
Smooth and slick. Undetectable.
Or at least I told the second flight to be coming in. There they go.
Standing by coordinates received. Warheads in the field.
I'm plinking them off as we go.
Coordinates received.
Unit lost.
Another one. Jesus. Oh, I bet a lot came out. It was a very big abscess.
Arming cruise missile.
Yeah, she's probably clawed it to hell.
We can launch from there.
They are cat claws and they don't cut cleanly. Just rip their own skin apart. But she's an idiot animal, I'm afraid, and when they're in pain, they'll claw whatever's giving them pain. We can't, but don't
We can launch.
give us some more of those anti-inflammatories. That should help her out.
Systems activated. Updating grid location.
Unless that's what you gave her earlier.
Warheads in the field. Instructions confirmed.
Oh, I thought the capsules were the antibiotics.
Unit lost.
Huh. Hello.
Warheads in the field. We can launch from there.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Anti-inflammatories.
Coordinates
Yeah, I said the
received.
anti-inflammatories. You said no, the thing you squirt is the antibiotic. Okay, well in which case then it just hasn't kicked in and she'll have more comfort in a bit then. Yes. Who knows then?
Arming cruise missile.
If you're worried, leave it, Sash.
Updating grid location.
But it depends on how it becomes a case of what does the game classify as the GLA base in the hills? Does it classify all the defenses as well, or am I missing something? Here's the rest of that force, so we'll send that into the, we'll send that south. Mop up what we haven't got. There's no other, yeah, so no other buildings in that area. To be fair, as long as these quad cannons keep focusing on the drones rather than the dudes, we should be alright. There we go.
Unit lost.
And now we should be able to mop up the rest of this pretty easily. Kill this. Kill that. And so those rocket buggies are fucking annoying. Right. Did we miss something, or...?
Ready for action.
Cruise missiles ready. Stealth fighter ready for flyby.
Let's see what we're dealing with then.
We're going in. Smooth and slick.
Nuke the shit out of that SAM site then. Oh, we're...
Systems online.
So all that's cleaned out.
Updating grid location.
Unit lost.
Oh. I was expecting that raid to go worse. I mean, okay.
How about a show of force?
In which case, push south. I assume they must mean this then.
Missile guidance set. Adjusting for wind current.
Kill this. Send the Tomahawks after the SAM base then.
Unit lost.
On the go.
Rally points confirmed. Taking new position.
There's only a couple of technicals there. Nice and easy.
Confirmed. Heading out. Rally point
Units
That's it.
lost.
And we're just mopping up the rest of this now.
taking new position. Heading out. Enemy identified.
That's the hole now dealt with as well. Beautiful.
Providing fire support. He's on the target list. Heavy armor ready for action.
Send the rangers forward to kill the RPG trooper. Kill that shit. There we go. Yeah, literally all the defenses. That's annoying. Oh well, we dealt with it.
You are victorious.
And we just long ranged them to death and then sent the main force in when they were too weak to do anything about it. Wait, that was mission 4.
United Nations diplomats have agreed to meet with the GLA in Kabara City near
Oh,
the
have they really?
hydroelectric dam. The president believes the GLA cannot be trusted, and we have been placed on standby security alert.
Hell yeah. Which means inevitably something's going to fucking explode. But that's just fine.
We're live. Sat recon online.
Operation Blue Eagle.
UN negotiator in sight. Secure all
Can't be
sectors.
trusted. Nah, surely. This will be a cutscene where just and everyone agrees. Literally.
Blue Eagle has arrived. Look sharp. What? It's a GLA ambush. All units
Of
moving.
course it's a GLA ambush, dude. They literally spread toxins and poisons all over Europe. And it was at that moment the GLA's death warrant was signed.
All units engage. Raptor here. I've got tone. Fire.
Hell yeah. Fuck them up.
Blast.
Yo, it's the intro to Metal Gear Rising, literally.
Break your fire, man. Target eliminated.
Did we set up a roadblock of burning cars for them?
Got him trapped. Crusader 6, surround GLA at Castanet Market. Roger that. Echo to Charlie 2.
I do enjoy that, but
Hold your fire.
we actually just have tanks ready to go.
Surrounded. Throw down your weapons and exit your vehicles.
Get 'em.
And dude, these guys are religiously motivated
GLA forces
madmen.
eliminated. All units
They
return
want to
base.
fucking die. Do I at least get to play with the Raptors this time?
General,
Okay.
the UN envoy has been killed. DMZ is hot. The GLA are trying to establish a base
on
on
the
the other side of the
scaffolding. On your
river.
command. Army's
You must
elite.
find a way to destroy that base.
That. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Yeah, well, then she'll have to suffer for tomorrow then.
Clear.
Hopefully, well, I've got a very sick kitty. But she's on the way out. She's on the way in, at least. Coming in. Slowly getting better. But, no. No, it's... They don't want to risk it then, Sash. Obviously, it's drugs, and you know what drugs are like.
Yes, sir.
And if it's burst, then you should be feeling slightly better. It'll be okay. Have you? He will. But it's been disinfected recently.
That one's done.
So she'll be alright then. So she'll be alright then. As long as she leaves it alone. It gives the order, we'll remove this rabble. You mean kill them? You'll be sending them to the gods they're so eager to meet, literally. Have you? Oh, go drink some. Wash your hands. Right. Have you? Okay, so the game with the Americans, one of their major buffs is it its ability to spy on enemies. Oh yes, this is a campaign-specific building.
Can't build this, sir.
So now we're actually allowed to full-on Guantanamo Bay these guys. So you don't get to build that in the normal game. Get another dozer out. Yeah, so another bonus that they get the what's called the strategy center. This is where all the really cool stuff. The Crusaders get extra armor, huge. The drone armor, it's all right, I guess. But the advanced training is really good because it means, you know, the whole veterancy preservation thing comes into increased effect. Because units will now gain veterancy at twice the rate. It's huge. It means a greater generation of pilots. Have you? And more preserved veterancy. It's all good. So this way. There we go. So we get that, and it just lets me know what they've got then. No, I'd prefer if he didn't have that.
That one's done.
Drop in some rangers just there. Got a A-10 missile strike. There we go.
Any more projects?
Oh, so close. Let's keep establishing the Patriot missile system. Get these cold fusion reactors properly buffed out. Unfortunately, we don't know where there's more money. We'll have to be careful in the short term, at least. No.
Need a point, man.
Unfortunately, it would appear that they noticed my little plan to ambush his workers.
Take a new position. Search and destroy.
Low power. Upgrade.
Even though
Unit lost.
Even though we did manage to take from him quite a few infantry. But oh well.
Always ready. Good.
I slowed him down, and that's the point. And that slowly regenerates. I mean, it's only 3 minutes 20 seconds. That was actually slow. Yes, with all that done, time for the main event. I want my raptors, and I want them now. And this is the universe where the kid finally gets to kill things. I'm gonna send these Comanches out as give me. I'm gonna send them out as bloody scouts. See where there is more money.
Air cover's on the way.
There's UN supplies just there.
Flying low.
UN supplies all throughout the city.
Visibility clear. Flying low.
In which case I'll send the force in.
Armor ready for action. Taking new ground.
Just in time.
Here.
Back that up. Ow!
Have a job for me. How about a show for us?
Hang on. No, I'll tell you what. No, back up the Crusaders.
Always prepared. Taking new
Send the Rangers in for this one. The bloody RPG troops are mean. There we go.
on your command.
You lot,
Terrain.
hang there.
Army's elite.
I want 2 Rangers to go into the city and find all the UN supplies that have been secreted about the place. No, there's at least one here.
Ready for action. How about a show of force?
Give these guys their drones.
Reporting.
And we should be able to stop this lot now.
Taking new ground.
There we go. It's that mopped up.
Clearing terrain.
Come there.
Forces here. Rally point confirmed.
Grab the money because I'm going to fucking need it.
Yeah. Ooh, can't do
Pop that there. Anyway, I was explaining. So the strategy center gives you your better ability, your better researches, and it also gives you access to a doctrine, and these doctrines give your units various bonuses. So the bombardment plan not only gives a fireable cannon, but literally your units slap 20% harder. Hold the line. Your units are 10% harder to kill. Search and destroy is by far the best because it's weapon range.
What's the story?
And then the strategy center actually physically changes in order to reflect what you've got.
Let's build.
It also gives a massive vision cone around itself, which is tasty.
New construction.
And then second airfield.
Scaffolding.
Because air power wins wars.
Always prepared.
But there's nothing else out here.
Search and destroy.
So we'll send them back out.
Comanche here.
We'll use a Comanche to make sure that that was everything. I'm not seeing anything else in the city. Looks like it's only that by the hospital. What I will do ahead of time then, I'm going to buy that. Actually, no.
Need a
Belay
search
that.
and destroy. Projects. Take a new position.
I will, however, take some more free rangers though.
Army's elite.
Unit lost.
Because ours have been dropping like flies. So
Take a new position. Take a new position.
hold position and then okay, wait for the new guys to turn in and then we'll show up.
Position. Search and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, just look at all the veterancy we're gaining just thanks to advanced training.
Responding.
Ready for action.
There we are.
Take a new
Oh, looks like that was all of it.
Army's elite. Heading out.
So next, give me these. Yeah, raptors do more damage. Give me my raptors. Just short of being able to give them the improved, missiles. He has set up SAM nests everywhere. Fortunately, unlike us, he's not subject to power.
Let's give him an airship. Let's give him an airship.
Yeah, so I don't see anything else on the field that could give us many, though. And unfortunately, he does start with a lot more many than I do. So I do need to push over and deal with him. But luckily, that can in fact take out a.
Airship. Let's give him an airship.
I can actually take out a whole thing. So the fact that there's a dam here fills me with trepidation. Oh, I did get everything. Yeah.
Special forces here.
Hold them up.
Rally point confirmed.
Especially because so through that power drop ability, I do basically get free rangers.
Take a new position.
Frequencies open. Visibility clear.
So the plan is to just long range into death, I think. The thing is, I now have, you know, fucking, you know, raptors.
Let's give him an airship. Let's
Hopefully these guys will survive a little bit longer, huh?
We control the skies. Raptor here. We
Now
are
let's
crew. What do you got?
send them up, and we'll send them on weasel missions first. Kind of try and
Let's
ferret out enemy air cover.
Broken through to the north. Send reinforcements.
Raptor here.
Unit
Control the
lost.
skies. What do you got?
Telling me they got one? Fuck's sake. There we go. Okay, they can do it, but only if they all strike at the same time. By giving them laser missiles, it wouldn't have been a problem, but oh well. We do have to push through all of this. Will take a hot minute. We must preserve what we've got.
Raptor here. Yep.
Because I'm apparently out of money, so oh well.
Layering them up. Flying high.
There you go. Must remember not to issue these orders too quickly, because the AI does get confused. Do what I'll do. Do what I did with the MiGs.
I'm listening.
I use the
This area.
guard
On patrol
order,
Raptor here. This is
and I'll tell them to just wipe out everything that's in the area.
We got company over here.
It doesn't help when he does shit like that.
We control the skies.
Right. Now that
Comanche here.
we've got a better presence, we're gonna roll across the bridge.
Visibility clear. Flying low.
Paradox nearly in. So I get some more free rangers.
System set. Lamp system set. Visibility clear.
Kill that.
Flying low.
Deal with that shit.
Unit lost.
Tunnel network. Crusaders, pull back.
I mean, tunnel network Crusaders pull back. That's tunnel network's the reason why the Crusaders are here.
Nice shot.
There we are.
What do you got?
Elder Company, GLA defenses are down. Advance over the river and attack.
Unit lost.
Flying higher. Armor detail.
Put you guys on 3. Start pushing them forward. Hell yeah.
You say, sir.
That's it. Push them out.
Blow 'em wide open. This'll wake them up.
Because we now have
Open in.
significant air cover constantly coming in and dropping the enemy gifts.
Where you say, sir. Open in. Proceeding to
Just roll in. Just roll in.
Proceeding to target zone.
And then clean up the rebels. That way we can do that faster.
Deliver an ordnance. Always
Nope.
prepared.
Like if they want to engage bloody rangers with RPG troops, then fucking frankly, wish granted.
Unit lost.
There we go. Starting to clean them out. Let's deal with that without having to go anywhere near it. There we are. Those SAM sites will be the predominant issue now. I can clear this one out for free with the A10s. There we go. Wait, alright, we're actually pushing through this. Gotta say, I was really looking forward to playing this campaign. It's by far my favourite. Kill that. Oh yeah. Hopefully it's going to be nice to me and just say, yeah, just kill the GLA home base and that'll be fine. No. No, you're going to make me slog through the rest of it? Fine. As well prepare the rest of the drones then. I mean, the Rangers will help deal with it. Because...
Excellent work, sir. We now have control of both sides of the river.
Okay, here we go.
I sure did.
I kind of saw this one coming, unfortunately. Who built this dam? Clearly not up to code. I mean, the GLA have already pulled this move twice, so... Was it once? I think it was China who pulled this, actually. Fucking poor bastard trying to drive away in his car. Nice. Well, I suppose we can get the engineers out to, you know, new stuff. It's gonna make me build a new base.
Is now cut off from the GLA.
Sweet.
I have arranged for Chinooks to bring in dozers. You must try to establish a new base and destroy the GLA before they can commit more atrocities. Our new
Right.
objective is located unit lost on the high ground next to the dam. The base is
Told me that before I spent all my money on this side of the river.
With both land
Fine.
and air routes covered, you'll need to fight smart to break through.
I'm listening.
I'm not entertained by the fact I've only got 5 raptors left. But kill that. Kill that. Quick as you can. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Well, there's his resourcing operation. That's a Scud Storm. Tunnel networks, some money, oil refinery mix, vehicle, yeah, reduces the cost of vehicles, which is nice. Oh, this front's going to be an absolute ball ache to fight through. I'm going to drop some rangers there.
What's the story?
Cause that to be a problem for the enemy. First things first, I'm going to get a supply dump. Yeah, supply dump open on this side of the river.
Enemy sighted. They're too well dug in. We need reinforcements.
2, 3, 4.
Special forces here.
Don't let them cut us off.
Yep, move them in so we can deal with these defenses.
Unit
Ow.
lost.
Well, there's the expected result.
Crusader tank responding. Anywhere you say, sir. Anywhere you say, sir.
But kill this.
Taking new ground.
Unit lost.
Because it forces this side of the river aren't getting reinforced, so we'll have to deal with it.
Target zone.
Right, so we've nearly got enough for a supply center this side of the river.
How about a clearing terrain? Ready for action.
Pull the Crusaders back, send the Rangers forward. If they're going to keep sending RPG troops at me, I'm going to just keep sending Rangers at him. Hey.
Obedience.
Take a new position.
That?
What is it?
Head now.
General, build some Patriot missiles. Our
That's the
base is
name.
Take a new
vulnerable.
position.
Yeah.
Yep. Means the
Armor
chemical
detail
compound
reporting.
for
Need a point
There
man?
you go. That's why it's making me feel.
Make my own road. What's the story?
It did sound like a
Warning,
herbal thing to me.
Scud storm detected.
I physically feel like I'm gonna.
Well, then I will do this in future. Okay. Right. Things that need to happen first.
Made in the
How about
U.S.
a
of
show
A.
of force? Proceeding to target zone.
More GLA! Lock
Well,
and load.
what are you gonna do?
Unit lost.
Well, we at least know where his Scudstorm is, so we can send a force in after it.
Find me a vehicle.
Hey, Christ, the pilot runs fast, eh?
It's a trap. All units, target the suicide bombers. They breached the perimeter.
Hang on. Let's see. Can the A-10s make it? They sure can. But it's not enough. Shit.
Heavy armor ready for action.
Pull them out.
Ready for action. Take a new position.
Get rid of the suicide bombers.
Search and destroy.
Oh, yeah.
On the go.
Right, that's that problem dealt with.
Take a new position.
It should be, yeah, it's 3 Chinooks now taking from the supply dump.
Going up. New construction. On the job.
And we'll quickly establish new Patriot missiles positions.
Bring on the scaffolding.
We'll refresh the Raptor numbers as well as get their upgrades so that we can actually air power them out the fight. We'll also build a war factory to keep Crusader numbers up on this side of the river. I do actually have Paladins, so I'll probably build them instead.
Let's build. All
Right.
finished.
Just to guarantee that we don't have any power issues.
Always ready. That one
There we are.
build anywhere.
Right, pull them back.
What's the story?
Now then. I think war factory first. Production capability is more important. Put that there. Make sure that's nice and behind the line so it doesn't become a problem. I do need to do something about that Scudstorm. That A-10 missile strike will not be here in time. And he's got so many SAM sites, I'm not going to be able to get the Raptors through, so I might just need to push through here, honestly. Just bolster the numbers with a couple of, with a handful of Paladins. You know, give them all drones and then hope, I guess. Fair, actually, I might be able to pull a sneak. Or rebels.
Forces here.
Send the Rangers in for that. I'm gonna... Okay, so attempt 1, sneak. You like Paladins? I sense a pattern. Well, yeah.
Always prepared.
I mean-
Sir. Point man.
I mean, they are just Paladin pattern tanks. They are big, heavy tanks with active defense systems. What can I say? I have a type. I have a type for the big, righteous, armored bastard who's gonna come in and do some good, whether you like it or not. So the irrepressible force for good who's not above violence. That's what I'm about.
Paladin tank in the field. Freedom.
Tanks? What do you mean tanks? No, suppose, yeah. Right, so that's... I've got the capture ability now, so I'm gonna try and pull a funny. Let's see if the power drop gets through.
Preserving freedom.
There we go. At least one more. And then we're gonna make the push.
Stay on him!
For action.
Unit lost.
Oh, I guess I didn't buy it.
Special forces here. Providing fire support.
I mean, oh well. By the looks of it, it wasn't gonna work.
How
Right.
about a show of force?
Move this north.
Proceeding to target zone. Anywhere you say, sir.
Protecting our people.
Unit
Tank
lost.
Push that up.
show of force.
The real Paladin is an SPH, so this one being a tank hurts a little. Well, yeah.
Proceeding to target zone.
Army's elite.
Right.
Take a new position.
Deviate out the
Doing what's right.
Rangers. Move the tanks up on their own.
Unit lost.
Clearing terrain. Yep.
Where?
Special forces here. Search and destroy.
How about a show of force? Deliver an ordinance.
Oh, piss.
Taking new ground.
That's probably where.
We control the skies. Armor detail.
That. Pull off.
Unit lost.
Anywhere you say, sir.
Ah, that's not gone well.
Heavy fire!
Warning, Scudstorm launched.
Yeah, but where though becomes the game.
On the go.
How about a show of force? Clearing terrain.
Unit lost.
They're attacking our base.
Yeah, that would have been the smart place to put that.
Heavy armor ready for action. Clearing terrain.
Ah, this is no good. Well, with any luck, he's not actually repaired his Scudstorm. Oh, he hasn't. Right, well, I can wipe his Scudstorm out at least.
Paladin tank in the field.
You get back. You get the fuck back.
Special forces here. Army's elite. Take a new position. Always prepare. Special forces here.
Okay, now we
Take
push,
a new
pull back to the
position.
base and build up a new force. As long as these rocket buggies are being dealt with, it's not really that much of an issue.
Head now.
Unit lost.
General, our base is under attack. Search and destroy.
Yeah, no, kill those suicide bombers. Get them dead, quick as you can.
Take a new position.
Build them back in.
New construction.
No. Ugh.
Always prepare.
Doing what's right.
Can I build dozers out of this? No, I'm gonna have to Comanche one over.
Preserving. What's the story? Make my own road.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time before he builds another Scud Storm.
Distribution.
But we bought ourselves some time.
Special forces here.
Send them up that way.
Our base is under attack.
I'm fully aware.
Providing fire support. Search and destroy.
That's that problem dealt with.
On the go. Rally point confirmed.
Make sure the Rangers focus on the enemy infantry threats above all else.
Providing fire support. Head now.
So spin them round, deal with this. He's just going to be relentless now.
Yeah, make my own
Oh,
road.
sign in for this.
Make some more, come on.
Need a point man. On the go.
That's it there. The Paladin systems have saved us here. Paladin system, the Patriot systems.
Confirmed.
And luckily they repaired themselves, so... Wow, that was close.
Yeah.
Right, you,
Serving our country.
in there. Send them out.
On schedule. Distribution underway.
Somehow, this airfield survived.
Loaded.
Right, now, you land.
Providing resources.
Let's build. Bring on
And then out that way. Fortunately, I think...
Our base is under
Yes, our
attack.
power infrastructure has in fact taken it. In the ace. We are able to resist some of their efforts. Get out there, kill that.
On the go. Any more projects? Rally point confirmed.
New construction. Polished and ready. Moving.
And this
Yes.
Paladin force can move in from this side. And just start dealing with this. I should also get composite armor if I'm going to be running lots of Paladins.
We're moving.
Army's elite.
Roll them back. Start rolling the Rangers in.
Closing the distance.
Concentrate your fire, man.
That's it.
Ready for action.
Get the new guys into the Rangers. That's it.
Take a new position. Heading out.
Protecting our people. Yes, sir.
It's just, yeah, we're just going to have to keep moving in, moving out forces. There we go. If we can,
Unit lost.
that's it. If we can bait this lot into the Patriot line, especially if they're going to waste a suicide bomber on a single Ranger. There we go. That's the Scorpion tanks dealt with. Now it's just the RPG troops. All of this is just to preserve the Scorpion, the Paladin tank numbers, whilst I build up an actual assault force. I'm once again, unfortunately, running out of money.
Raptor here. Jumping in.
And so whilst I've got them, I'll make use of the Raptors.
Preserving freedom.
So we can use the A-10 strike. It will help us out quite a bit.
Exploiting target. Heading out.
Spin around.
Heading out. Our base is under attack.
Preserving freedom.
Unit lost.
Search and destroy. On the go.
The technical should be dealt with by the Patriot system. Once we move in and deal with these RPG troops, that's it. Now get them back. Ah yes, the Patriot system, the world's foremost anti-riot suppression weapon. They keep pulling them in.
Doing what's right.
How much does this
Paladin
cost?
heading the field.
300 per.
Protecting our people.
As he's just going to keep sending problems at me, so I do need to act sooner rather than later. Well, let's kill that.
Preserving freedom. Paladin tank in the field.
Get as many of those in as is possible.
Need a point man.
There we go.
Unit lost.
Gouge their base a bit. Make life more difficult for them. This side is lightly guarded by Sam's. We'll think we shall go in that side. Also, his tunnel networks are being a constant nuisance, so let's move in and deal with that. They're going to get that Patriot system. There's not much I can do about it. Right, let's go in for the swing then. Aussie T high. Hey, man. What's good?
Unit lost.
Back them off. Tell the Rangers to go nuts. Nuke everything. That I wish that rules of engagement say I can't. Kill the bloody.
Unit lost.
Kill the bloody technicals if at all possible. Ugh, fuck. I mean, that bloody GLA. Very. Got the rules of engagement. And now we're the good guys. We have to obey ROE. If we don't obey ROE, then we're no better than the enemy. Oh, that's a slight problem. He's gonna get that. Yep. And then that next one's gonna finish it off. Sweet. Agree with the Aussie. Of course the German would agree with that statement. Fuck's sake. Like, someone's got to keep us on an even keel, and it's not going to be you two, clearly. Think of it this way, you're the good guy, and when the bad guy can't move anymore. No, because it will matter how we win the fight. Come on, we've got to win it right or not at all. Come on, team spirit. Come on, Blue 4 has to fight right, because if Blue 4 doesn't fight right, then no one's fighting right, and who's the real loser there? All of us. We've just got to go in and start dealing with this, otherwise we're going to be stuck in defense cycle forever. So let's get this done. That's it. But with a nuke, there's no witnesses. Well, tell that to Hiroshima. Unfortunately, with a nuke, there are many witnesses. Just got to push in. Got to push in and hope that operational superiority is enough. They were just lucky. Again, I don't think they'd agree with that assessment. There are videos of either, right? No. Stop agreeing with him. Stop encouraging him. That's the ad break. Let's get it. Yeah, pull that back. Pull that back. Right. And then push them up. Oh no. And now we hold position. Yeah. Origin was malfunctioning spyware, basically. Not too surprised the EA launches a broken mess. No, this is true. I mean, Australia stole a tank in the war, so I'm pretty sure stealing a game can't be hard, lol. Nah, that's the spirit. That's the fucking spirit. All that shit. So the more veterancy I can get on these tanks, the better, right?
Need a point, man. Taking new
That's it. Let's get something. This can't buy anything.
Special forces here.
Let's send a few rangers home for defense purposes. Because this force cannot be spared any longer.
Search and destroy.
Get up that hill.
On the go. Enemy identified.
Ease up, Tech. You're running hot.
Unit lost.
Oh fuck.
Point confirmed.
But this is where not having the spy drones is really painful.
Search and destroy.
Let's start getting up this hill. Nuke this before it has a chance of getting there.
Unit lost.
So we're now going to back up, I think.
Rally point confirmed.
Whoa.
Rally point confirmed.
We're going to pull back then. Let that blow up a good deal of their good chunk of their forces.
Unit lost.
Polished and ready.
Almost like Rangers I almost don't mind losing because I can replace them slowly, but I can.
Forces here. Always.
Delta 1, get back in line.
Taking her in. Army's elite.
There we go.
Need a point, man. Heading out.
And spin them round, start dealing with the rest of the forces. Get a nuke, you could turn all the units in defensive mode. Well, this is what I mean. But unfortunately, Uncle Sam has yet to provide me with such bounty. So I must make do with what I have, and what I have is the following.
Rally point confirmed.
Right, let's see what the game is here then. I do have these. To be fair, yeah, I think I'll just do this.
After that, we'll take this air
Ready
raid.
for action.
Is there a
Let's spin them round.
Being attacked.
Yes, sir.
I'll be able to replace their units. Well, I can very slowly spoon them to death with my
Always prepared.
Unit
A10.
lost.
I only need to do it enough so that their production capacity is damaged enough for me to get through.
On the go. Search and destroy.
There we go. Pull that together. Land some more free rangers.
Rally point confirmed.
Don't have missile silo. It's because the missile silo is Chinese only. Planes blew up my airfield, and there's no money left on the map. That's the challenge of this mission.
Heading out. Army
You have to learn to play economically with the Americans. Not easily done.
Doing what's right. Confirmed.
So I only have these 2 Raptors left.
We're moving. Yes, sir.
And-
Closing
and-
the distance.
I haven't played this game since I was 5. Well, there you go then. The nuclear silo is a American only, a Chinese only thing.
The distance.
Yeah, get that done.
We're in.
I've got the. I now have the Raptors circling. So the American super weapon is the.
Sir. Confirmed. Closing the distance.
The American super weapon is the particle cannon.
It's the right.
There's another one.
Unit lost.
Confirmed. Taking her in. Where do you need me?
Him back. No, no luck. These fucking
Go. Special forces here.
bombs on the way up is really hurting me here.
Rally point confirmed.
Pull him. No, pull him back. Jesus. Could be the ones with the nuke. No, I was they made the point that the Chinese are apparently like really gung ho with their
Unit
nukes.
lost.
Isn't even close to true in real life, but even so. Yeah.
Always prepared. On the go. On the go.
I should have. I made a boo boo early in the game anyway because I should have gone with the spy plane,
Search and destroy.
the spy drone. But there's another one.
Unit lost.
Need a point man.
I need is to kind of like
Raptor here.
almost like ground attack up the hill,
Always
just to
prepared.
clear out these
Taking new position.
bloody mines.
Rally point confirmed. Heading out. Search and destroy.
Pull them back up again, so that they're under laser cover. That's why I like Paladin tanks. They've got the active defense. There is no money in the game. No, there's no money left on this map. No. Ah, shit.
Search and destroy. The USA. At the wheel. Armies always prepared.
No money left on this map. No.
Search and destroy.
Is partially why this map is quite hard. There's literally nothing. The only money left is there, and he's got it. I can't muscle in on it because he's just got it surrounded by fucking SAM sites. Otherwise, I'd send the Chinooks over. So they've got to go back and repair.
Point man.
Right. Up the
Our base is under
start.
attack.
Keep getting up the hill. Helicopter take the hill. Well, again, covered in SAM sites.
Enemy identified.
Any helicopters I send up will just get shot down. Ah, fuck!
lost.
Ugh.
Taking new position.
Say these bloody mines, man. They're giving me hives.
Heading out. Special forces here. Search and destroy. Need some help here. Anything to
Yeah.
ready for action.
I'm gonna sweep through with the infantry just there. Blow this the fuck up. Make sure this doesn't come back.
On the go.
And you take their shit? Yeah, but how am I gonna get the infantry behind them?
Destroy. Raid in progress. Now always prepared.
Sweep in, deal with that.
Rally point confirmed.
To make sure that we kill their suicide bombers before they get to me.
Fire support. Enemy
But
identified.
I am on the cusp of a plan. Don't worry.
Destroy. Raid in progress.
Kill that.
Unit lost.
Oh, there's only a pilot I had no use for anyway.
Providing fire support.
Kill the hole. They kill that barracks before they can produce more shit out of it. And then we land more guys. Sacrifice their mines after you take them. You take them so you can make a bit of money. Well, yeah, that's one option. I have another idea. And it's,
Taking heavy fire.
I'm just going to push him off of it and then use my Chinooks to ferry money out because I can do that with my Chinooks.
Everyone. Keep the supplies rolling. Right right on schedule.
Is that, you know, that's something the US can do. They can have very long supply lines because their supply lines are helicopters.
Exploiting target.
Roll up, roll up.
Exploiting target.
As soon as the Rangers get close enough, the guys at the Stinger site get killed. And Stinger site is mopped up. Good shit, good shit. Right, roll forward further. Whack the palace. That'll be a huge gap in their tech tree. Never played the USA. I played the USA the most as a kid, so I know the USA very well. I think if nukes are what you know, then chances are you played the Chinese, which are their campaign was first. So we already did that a little while ago now. There we go. They're starting. So the tanks are getting enough veterancy to be able to repair themselves without it. Yeah. So the Chinese are fun. It's just the Chinese never played well with the way I like to think. Like, to me, like losing any unit is a failure.
Serving our country. Distribution underway.
So the Chinese method of like outproduce your enemy never played well with me. I much prefer the high cost, low unit count style of the Americans.
Something for everyone.
It shouldn't then surprise you that I also play Protoss in StarCraft. You know, what are you gonna do? We go start taking out their command center.
Keep it safe. Post sign and protect.
Next up, long range supply line. Now that we've opened up that supply dump. Yeah, I like tanks. I also like tanks, and I like my tanks nice and high tech rather than lots of them.
Heading out.
I don't need to use them.
Take a new position.
Oh, of course. I mean, ultimately, like that's half the whole point of generals, right? Just build your super weapons and nuke them from afar. This is why one of the first things I killed on this map of his was his Scud Storm. I'm not letting him keep that. Right, move south. We're gonna sweep up.
Fully engaged.
So,
Concentrate your fire.
yes, try to preserve your own super weapons, but make sure you rob the enemy of his, just so he can't do the same to you. A bit of a conundrum, but you know, can be managed.
Unit lost.
That's it. Now roll in further. Move away from that SAM site. There we go. Kill these holes. Kill these workers. I think I might just pull this off. This is why I use Paladins and not Crusaders. Yes, Crusaders are cheaper. And yes, they benefit from composite armor more.
Heading out. Search and destroy.
They don't have an active missile defense system. That's why I use Crusaders. They're just better. Yeah. Paladins on their... That's why I use Paladins rather. I keep getting the names mixed up. There. Right, so this ridge here reeks of mine to me. In 3
Search and
nukes.
destroy.
And 3 at my base. Well, yeah, that's reliant on a lot of money though, isn't it? So let's find out what else he's playing with. And he's got all these tunnel networks across here. God, fuck. Wish I'd spotted these earlier.
Army's elite.
I would have landed bloody... I was about to say Marines, but
He's on the target.
Rangers behind.
You're running hot.
Unit lost.
Oh, well, let's mop up from range.
Special forces
That's the
here.
only point. Well, yeah, so that assumes, like, oh, of course it's easy when you've got all the money on the planet, but the difficulty of this map is you don't have all of the money. And that's the thing.
Take a new position.
That you have to play with what resources you can get your hands on. Like
Unit lost.
Raid in progress.
I think where? Oh, I lost a ranger. Oh well.
Take a new
I'll live.
fully engaged.
So yeah, isn't Russia more airfighting? Russia.
He's on the
Russia aren't in this game. I mean, I know Russia are in the mod. I mean, I know there's a very, very big mod that adds lots of other nations into this game. So Russia might be in that, but
Providing fire support.
in base game, which is what this is, there's
Search and destroy. Search and destroy.
there's a
Search and destroy.
there's an expansion which is 0 hour, which I will be playing afterwards. But yeah, no.
Always
As far as air power goes, no, the US are the best. Unfortunately, their air power is quite expensive as a result.
destroy.
Like the Chinese tanks, you know, yes, they're cheap, but in order to get their full benefit, you have to group them together for their horde bonus.
On the go.
Now you get that little you get a little ring that appears around the Red Guard and the Battlemaster tanks when you have lots of them. They literally get bonuses when there's lots of them together. But that's the rub, you see. Like you can't, like, yes, the individual tanks are cheap, but you need to have lots of them in order for them to
Unit lost.
their full effect. Right.
Secured.
Take a new position. Heading out.
Right. We've mopped that up. Anything else? Yeah, the power is group. Yeah, that's the whole idea. The Chinese power is the fact that there are lots of them. There's strength in numbers. That is the Chinese doctrine. Outproduce your enemy. The American doctrine is technological superiority.
Enemy identified.
Asshole. And the GLA doctrine is asymmetrical warfare. Don't fight the war how the enemy expects you to. Hey, I pulled it off. That was touch and go.
Victorious.
That was really touch and go for a sec there. Holy shit. But I pulled it out because I'm just that fucking good. USA powers fuck around and find out. Oh, yeah, exactly. The USA powers, they are slow to get going. They have a longer tech tree than anybody else, and their units cost more than anyone else's. But if you let them get going, you're going to find out real fast. You know what I mean? Whoa. That was touch and go.
Chinese general and his followers have joined with the GLA in their mountain.
Oh, finally, I get to pound some Chinese.
Dug in deep, relying on fortified tunnels.
Hungry.
We must launch an attack immediately.
Oh, fuel air bomb. Yes. Love that thing. Yeah, a muck up that I did earlier in that game is you need the spy drone as the Americans. You fucking need it. But the generals for the base game? Oh, it's just you get just the base GLA, USA, and China, and then in 0 hour you get the specific generals for each one that modifies their armies. So you get the American air power, laser, and super weapon generals. You get the GLA, anthrax, demolitions, and camouflage general, and then missile trucks. Yeah, he's got the Scud Storms. And the Chinese get the infantry, the tank, and the nuke general. Yeah, cool too. Oh, of course, yeah. No, the missile trucks they're okay, but I much prefer my Tomahawk launchers. They're faster, more accurate, fire quicker. You know, come on. Hell yeah. I much prefer look, in this game I am USA all the way. Hell yeah, fucking USA. America #1. Right, let's get a move on.
The GLA base is surrounded by an intricate tunnel network system.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Close, and their scouts are already patrolling the area.
Righty, so we've got
Outfitting
all
your
that.
command center so you can request the fuel air bomb. Use it to
Hell
wipe
yeah.
out clusters of enemy units or structures.
Give me the barracks just there. The trucks are cool but slow. Yeah, that's the issue with them. They're big and they're lumbering and they're slow. That's their main issue. Right, give me this.
All finished. That one's done.
Cool.
Laying the foundation.
And give me another Comanche. Need a war factory. Where should I put the damn thing? Right there, sounds good.
Bring on the scaffold.
Have that be as central as possible.
Clocked in.
I don't like how close together a lot of these
Always
fusion plants
General,
are.
we should take advantage of the additional supplies to the south.
Oh, I will.
need a point, man. What do you got?
I'm actually going to send, I can't remember his name, but the American hero unit. Colonel Burton.
Have a job for me.
I find them weak. Well, yeah, that's the whole point. The Tomahawk launchers are complete glass cannons. They are artillery support units. Same as the missile trucks. You got to keep them defended, otherwise they will just die. They take a long time to fire, and they have a long projectile
Upgrade
travel speed.
complete.
So you do have to guard them, otherwise they will just fall over.
Let's build.
But if you put something in front of them, you can just plink the enemy to death
Deadly efficient.
with basically no consequence. I didn't know he could do that. I've been playing this game for years, and I did not know he could do that. Alrighty.
Special forces here.
Send him south, see what's lurking. No, it seems like a clear passage south.
Any more projects?
I've never seen... I must have always moved him across the map and never looked at where he went.
Laying the
'Cause
foundation.
I've literally never seen him do that. Christ. Okay, come here. Give me. Zip.
Bring on the scaffolding. Always
Right, that's a rudimentary Patriot line for now. But let's get our real power up. That looks like an entrance.
Armor detail reporting. Moving in. Clocked in. Let's find a better.
What can I have the high ground? Literally.
Let's build.
Never, ever, ever underestimate the Obi-Wan advantage.
Can't build there. On
Yep,
your
that's a way
command.
up.
Anywhere you say, sir. Laying the
Looks like we got to build a
foundation.
Patriot line there too. Sell that up.
Wanna make some improvements?
Just remember, I can sell shit. Should have sold all the Patriots in my old base.
Make my own road.
That would have made the last mission a lot easier. But I did it the hard way and won anyway. Yeah. Good at this game. And that's not a I managed to bullshit my way out of that situation. Right, let's see what he's working with. Interesting. What to
Our base is
drop
under
a bomb
attack.
over there, I think. Ah, bastard beat me to it.
Point man. Rally point confirmed. The foundation.
Anytime you regret having the high grounds when you see 5 missiles going towards you, well, what exactly were you supposed to do about it at that point? Is my answer.
Always ready.
Build that up. Then get a Patriot missile system line up this side.
On the job.
I want at least 4, otherwise I hardly find it effective. The control rods are much cheaper than new plants, though it is kind of putting all your eggs in one basket. Oh cool, that went off. Right there. Keep nuking shit. What the?
Upgrade complete.
There we go.
Any more
Hope they suck up. Yeah, that's true. What are you supposed to do about it? Well, just hope the missile coordinator was drunk that day. Well, hope he's working for the Houthi, I suppose, because that way he'll miss and hit Egypt. They had a gun in Star Wars, but in like actual bullets. Yeah, but the law reason why, bullets don't really tend to work in Star Wars. I think it's if I remember correctly, it's that like the armor that the stormtroopers wear, like the very basic, very cheap armor for the Empire to produce, and therefore stuff like regimes before them. It's like it basically makes projectile weapons pointless, and then even Jedi could just like do like the whole force catch thing, and basically just be like, no, I don't want to get hit by bullets. But interestingly enough,
Unit lost.
fuck, that
Rally point
hit
confirmed.
those guys.
On the go.
Oh, they were shit, but they were really well on. But
Heading out.
that's what I mean. Oh yeah, against energy weapons, yeah, the armor was crap, but it stopped bullets dead. So projectile weapons are effectively pointless in the Star Wars universe as a direct result. Build another layer there.
Our base is under attack. Let's build.
There we go. That's that dealt with.
Make my own road.
But yeah, the Mandalorians came up with a solution to this whole, blaster fire is basically just fun target practice for the Jedi. So I've got a solution. So their armor, Beskar, the reason why it's so valuable is because it's an armor with an energy carrying potential so high that it can actually deflect, absorb and deflect blaster rounds, but as well as lightsabers, is resistant to them. So the Mandalorians came up with the idea because they just tried to block them with the lightsaber. Well, this is what I mean. I mean, there's an argument to be had there because do you know how fast bullets go? Because I don't think you could move a lightsaber fast enough to do it. Yeah, the Jedi's can peer into the future. Yeah, fuck off. But I would say that the main issue, fine, grant that to the magic system of the universe. The fact that Jedi's are, not all Jedi's can. That's the thing, yeah. But
New construction.
you just grant that to the magic system because we're now dealing with magic and magic gets fucky fast. Ooh, I need to build these. I need a strategy center there. But
On the scaffolding.
the way that the Mandalorians got around this is that they made shotguns that were Beskar slugs, but they made them look like energy weapons. So that what they would do is that they would use these weapons and they'd make them look like energy weapons, so that the Jedi would go, I see, he's about to fire an energy weapon at me. I'm just going to move my lightsaber in the way of it because fuck you. And then a Beskar slug would get fired, at which point the Beskar slug would move, hit the lightsaber, it would melt and shatter, but now you've got several pieces of ultra-hot, sharp shrapnel, and it goes bang straight into the Jedi's face. which is got to be a war crime under Geneva, but God, it's funny.
Need a point man. Take
It's just another example of how that's why the Mandalorians are a bit edgy, but God, they're cool because they just take the whole asymmetrical warfare idea to the Star Wars universe. It's great fun, and Jedi don't use armor because why would they? It would slow you down, and if you were basically already immune to blaster fire, then fuck it, right? Why bother? Oh, I didn't know that the US get this in this game, but the US have a the USA's alternate funding method is UN supplies. I suppose by this point, the GLA and China have been fucking around so much that the UN have just passed a resolution to fuck them. built in a fashion where it's meant to displace the incoming laser fire of a large impact area, meaning most stormtrooper shots were just knocked out. Interesting. This I did not know. I thought it. I mean, yeah, it's a joke, right? That haha, stormtrooper armor is just bad, right? But no, I did not. I genuinely didn't know that. This is why. It's the issue with Patriot systems. Like, can't deal with that.
Army's elite. Take
Oh, I see. His rocket buggies are actually long range enough to do that.
any more projects?
I mean, he'll struggle to get up this far, but even so.
New construction. Always ready.
I can just build that.
What's the story?
And the game is just build. These things can fit just about anywhere, so just build a bunch of UN funding landing panels.
Sorry, I can't build there.
And that's infinite money.
Base is under attack.
And now the USA, oh no, I don't have enough money.
Ready for action.
Still love clone troopers? Dude, you are in the right place. I adore clone troopers. They are, like, by far my favorite piece of the universe. I'm actually going to get a couple of those out.
Upgrade
Special
complete.
forces here. Search and destroy.
Unit lost.
Actually, do I have access to the detention center? Worth noting.
Job for me.
I do not. Shit. So that is a campaign-specific
General, our base is under
building that
attack.
you don't always get access to.
Army's elite.
And kill that so the Patriot systems will stop focusing on it. There we go. There we go. We'll produce a couple of Tomahawks just to make sure that if he decides to try and long range me again, he won't do well. Is he only contributed with praise by the Mandalorians? Yeah, dude. I mean, because the Mandalorians largely look at them as like, you're just a clone of one of our assholes. You're just knockoffs of us. But yeah, no, I love the clones. The Clone Wars is still one of my favorite fucking shows to watch. It's just fun. Like, particularly like the episodes where they just focus on the clones. Love that shit. Like like I said, the whole rookie saga, both the first episode and the first series, and then what it turns into later, that's huge amounts of fun. Anything with Boyle and Waxo in it is immediately just fun. Like, love that shit. To be fair, basically the whole
Unit
bloody
lost.
Siege of Ryloth arc is awesome fun. Yeah, I love the clones. 2 bits. Bit. And bit. Don't miss five. Dude, everybody misses fives, man. Fives was a bro. Drop that there. Make sure we kill that. Everybody misses fives, man.
Missile guidance set.
Always.
But you know,
prepared.
ultimately. He's a shame, but what are you gonna do? And you can do it.
Unit lost.
Oh, you bastard. Oh, to be fair, that was actually a UN supply plane that already delivered its supplies, so dealt with.
Clocked in.
Right, this is the thing with US bases, they get very tight like this.
Laying the
There it is.
foundation.
I want more money, and the UN is deciding to fund my war effort, so I'm going to build some more.
Good area. Have a job for me.
Because I want more money, because I want to build up a big, nice, sexy air force. Oh, 99, I think. Got a clone who collected the gun. Oh, yeah, 99. Yes, 99. Real bro. True brother. He got... And he got... Let's see. He died because he found the truth, and 99 died sacrificing himself to help his brothers. Exactly, like... No. Fives died because he discovered what was happening. Especially because, I can't remember his name, but the clone whose chip malfunctioned.
Upgrade complete.
That obviously set him on that trail, but yeah, and then 99 finally got to fight with his brothers.
Unit
The
lost.
thing he'd wanted all of his life. But so though he lived most of his life as a remedial clone, he died a brother, and that gets me every time. I love it. And that's why you keep Tomahawk missiles around for base defense. It's just better. There we go, these are going up.
Projects. Our base is under attack.
Because I want more UN funding, damn it. There we go, see? With the UN airdropping me supplies, it's not a problem. I now have functionally infinite money.
Construction. More projects.
The Bad Batch is the only one where the chip didn't work on it. Well, yeah, makes sense. Because, obviously, it worked on, bloody Deadeye, because Deadeye was actually, like, if I remember correctly, he was, like, the least corrupted or, like, malfunctioned or anything, or something like that. So, the chip actually did function on him to a certain extent. It had a reduced effect, but it still functioned on him. But obviously, that's where that whole arc happened. But yeah, I didn't like the Bad Batch as much as some people did, but that didn't mean I didn't watch it. I still watched the Bad Batch, and I still enjoyed the shit out of it. I mean, it was just fun having the reject clone force. That I was a clone was more clone than the rest of them. Exactly. Yeah, so his mutations were less severe than the others, so it still had an effect on him. Right, so time to build the Raptors out. I'm a huge fan of retconning, but the clone chip bullshit was too much for me. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you remember Battlefront 2, the original version, the way that they did it in that was honestly fine, where not all of the clone legions were in on it, but enough of them were, so that were in on the conspiracy, as it were, like the plan that Palpatine had. Like, he just had some of the legions like programmed loyalty to him, or they just straight up did the old, get the military on side, and that'll help us out. I don't fully remember how he did it, but I still prefer it that some of the clones were actually just loyal to Palpatine, because Palpatine was ultimately the one that, at least they were told, that really allowed them to exist, and therefore they owed their loyalty to him. And I preferred that, honestly. Rather than the whole, oh no, that the clones have got they've got chips in their skulls, so they're not acting properly. Oh no, it's such a shame. And it's like, dude, fuck off. I preferred it when my clones were just militaristic bastards, because that's what they were bred to do. Those are spider holes.
Unit lost.
Oh, that's a UN supply plane. There we go. I do enjoy that the A-10s are actually armored enough to get through a lot of that stuff. Okay, and then next thing, get the rocket pods for the Comanches. Anyway, I was building out all of that because I wanted to build this.
New construction.
So start getting my super weapon up. I will say I dislike the American super weapon. It's not the best. And then if you deselect it, it's hard to get a hold of again. When they're getting made. But Rex was the most badass because he was one of the few that resisted the chip. Yeah. He could fight the chip enough to give Ahsoka enough time, and then luckily Ahsoka worked out what was going on and managed to free him. Shame about the rest of the clones. Obviously, that whole ending arc for Order 66 is just perfect.
We control the skies.
Makes you cry, and that's the point. God, I love it. Right. Commander Bakra, the clone who shot Ki-Adi-Mundi. Yeah, that guy. Anor Zivon. Where's that coming from?
That one's done. I'm listening.
So we'll send Bravo flight out. And then deal with that.
Unit lost.
Oh, those are Chinese MiGs. Oh, well, we need that dealt with.
They're now available, sir. Yep.
Right, well, let's start.
We've received reports that a rogue Chinese general has set up his base to reinforce the GLA. Chinese officials inform us that his actions are unsupported and have authorized our forces to take him out.
Hell yeah.
He's no doubt brought some heavy equipment with him, so be prepared.
Well, where is he? There he is.
Gunship reporting in.
Oh, I'm going to drop a fuel air bomb on his base then. Fuck you.
Gunship reporting in.
Fuck Ki-Adi-Mundi. Well, yeah, he was one of those. I mean, he had many wives because, oh, my race is dying, and then use that to just kind of but no, Anakin, you're not allowed anything. It's fuck you, I guess.
Congratulations, General.
Fuck you commie fuck. Isn't that the Jedi who was killing the clones, the four-armed guy? No, that was Hong Krell in Space Vietnam, otherwise known as Umbara. Who was having the clones engage each other. Because he was an ass and only ever treated the clones as assets, which is technically correct, but you know that's not how we do that. That's not how we do things.
Gunship reporting in.
Keep moving. Go, go, go.
They're going to expand. Yeah, he was a I say Ponkrell. Absolute arsehole. Fuck that guy. Fuck him right in the ear. It's got longer, so give him that one. There we go. That's a solid Comanche force ready to go. He's got MiGs floating about, but you know, good luck getting in here, mate.
Unit lost.
I do wonder what his plan is. I gotta show why most people didn't trust each other leading up to the purge. Well, yeah, well, they'd become increasingly militarized,
Unit lost.
and they were being used as generals for the Republic, and a lot of them just fell into that trap. Military changes people, man.
Operation underway.
Right, well, okay.
Our base is under attack.
Now we got to find out where these suicide bombers are coming from and deal with it.
Hose them down.
What's that? Oh, it's just a rebel force. Nothing I can't deal with.
Nav system set.
Up that way and
On him.
go for the let's go for the SAM site.
Unit lost.
All right, boys, let's go.
Visibility clear.
So it's to start sweeping through. Whoa, something's whacking me there. Oh, that bunker is filled with rocket troops, that's why. Whoops.
What do you got?
Right. Plan B then. Force of Paladins, followed up by a force of Tomahawks. Right, he's got a nuclear missile. That needs dealing with. Fucking ASAP. First we need to find out where it is. Betting it's in the back of his base. Oh, there's the power for it.
Long range ballistics.
The fact that I don't know where this is a big problem. Where could it be?
Nice shot.
Unit lost.
Range ballistics.
Oh, this is no good.
Frequencies open.
No.
Visibility clear.
Not the Comanches.
Yep. We are cruising.
Let's
Unit lost.
send the Raptors out and see if they can't scout it. Is your left picture Joe Biden having an ice cream? Oh, hell yeah. You should see what I put up there for the other two campaigns. It's something I like to do whenever it's a 4x3 game and I have all that dead space. I just fill it with something stupid.
Flaring them up. Copy that.
Find this nuke.
Copy that. Got it. Copy that.
There it is.
Taking heavy fire.
Unit lost.
Well, shit, I lost all the Raptors, but luckily the plan has moved on.
Standing by for coordinates. Coordinates received.
Right, I've also got the particle cannon charged just in case these A-10s don't make it.
Be careful.
Ah, they did it. Maybe. Okay.
Preserving freedom.
I know it does. It'll get better. I know. It's a pile of shit.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Thank you for the follow, mate. Thank you very much. Alright, she'll get better. Done the abscess and we've got the treatment for it. Right. Thank you for the follow, mate. But yeah. I'm thinking about if he was general. He was a general for the game for a bit long. The commander-in-chief, literally. There you go, Mrs. That was my missus, yes.
Yeah, getting to work.
I have, in fact, acquired one of those mythic females. They do exist. I have proof. Right. I think he's emptied the supply base, actually. Ah, yes, that's something that the Chinese, I must remember, something the Chinese really struggle with is detection.
Unit lost.
The stealth bomb is actually really good against the Chinese.
Comanche visibility clear. Air cover's on the way.
Right. Now, here's the primary purpose of the particle laser.
Unit lost. Warning. Particle cannon activated.
There we go. Just remember, it's right-click to move the laser. There we go. Is she in pain? No, it's our cat. Our cat's in in frankly curious circumstances, has given itself an abscess. Probably eaten something and cracked the tooth. We're not sure, but yeah. So our cat is in quite a bit of pain, and it's awful to see it when you know something you care about is in pain. But yeah. All right, we've taken to the vet. We've got the drugs. No, we've got the antibiotics and even some antihistamines. So anti-inflammatories rather. So you know it's going down, and she's dealing with it. She's got the cone of shame on, and I know she's not a happy bunny at the minute. But yeah. So but you know it's getting dealt with. And obviously, the other half can't bear to see her in pain. So, and you know I get it. I can't do it too. But you know. I appreciate. Yeah, I can harden myself to it, whereas she's still quite soft, and frankly, I'd have her no other way.
Missile guidance set.
Right, so this is supposed to get quite strong. My cats don't use the cone of shame. Well, the cone of shame only ever goes on when needed, right?
Taking the field.
Did that bomber get through? Yes, it did. Good shit. I mean, they're fucking Chinese, man, industrious little bastards. They break it. Yeah, I mean the one we've got on now is a not even a like the solid plastic cone. It's the it's like the soft version, like the tough fabric version. So it doesn't really matter how much she claws at it. It's not going anywhere. It's also more comfortable for her to wear. Not that she'd agree.
Unit lost.
Yeah, strong cat. Yeah, dude. Fucking, that's a tough ass cat.
Preserving freedom.
Don't know what those unit lost call outs are. It's because UN supply planes are technically my troops, even though I don't control them at all. They run into the cat holes and they break it that way. Yeah, and so that's part of the reason why this fabric one's good, because it will fold back if it needs, and it protects it, so I don't need to worry about it. So, yeah. So it's a really good innovation on that whole idea. Right, let's out tank the Chinese. Hell yeah, fucking a horde of paladin tanks. Let's go. Pure overlord technological superiority. Right, so which way do we want to advance? That won't have fucking bombs on it. Right, we're going to advance through here then. So the paladin tanks aren't there to be the damage dealers, they're there to be the problem in the way. The tomahawks are what I have behind them. Now that's been built, I can rebuild the raptor line. Whack this. Can I buy catnip and laugh at my cat? Oh, dude, yeah, dude, catnip's actually really cheap. Because it's basically grass.
Let's give him an airship.
And yeah, I've got like catnip dreamies, like the treats for my cats. And I say they have an absolute whale of a time anytime they get them. And I use them sparingly because I'm not going to keep my cats doped up. But even so.
Unit lost.
Are these anti-air? Yes, they are. So 1, 2, 3 Humvees, and then I'm going to stack them full of rocket troops and have them be the anti-air solution. We're going to be going up this way, so we need the spy drone in place just in case they decide to put some fucking bombs in my way. Yeah, it's a drug for them. You want them getting addicted to it? Well, it's not even necessarily an addict problem. But yeah, literally, obviously, if you give them something that makes them happy, they'll and you give it to them too much, they'll resent its absence. Even though it's weird. All it does is just make them like not excited. It's a weird drug. It just makes them really happy and hyper. I say you know, as with any kind of substance like that, it's just that you know, they're animals and they have impulse control problems because you know they're animals. So you want to be controlled about it. But it's always fun to watch. Where are the builders? Well, as in my builders or their builders?
Warning, particle cannon activated.
Because I am trying to nix their ability to build. I mean, here's one of the Chinese construction dozers right there. I want to guide the missile just to flow over in that direction just to make sure it dies. And then whack the rest of his power. Because fuck you. I am trying to get his command center. I am very slowly succeeding in.
I'll fire it on the trail.
Keep building out the rocket troops until I have enough.
Moving.
They don't have enough just yet.
Here comes trouble.
Because only 2.
Let me launch my missile launcher right here.
There we go. Right, that's enough, and that's my anti-air solution. Not a fantastic anti-air solution, but it's an anti-air solution.
Looks like a good run.
Unit lost.
And we'll make this 6 because...
What do you got?
Because... No, hang on. So you're going to be 4. That means I can actually bring you down to 5.
Keep it clean.
1 is the Paladins, 2 is the Tomahawks, 3 is Raptor Flight 1, 4 is Raptor Flight 2.
Unit lost.
If they're the builders, they can't build anything. Yeah. See, you just reproduce this builder, but this will be dead relatively soon. Right, so I'm going to move...
Guidance set. Is there a
I'm
threat?
going to move the Paladins into the valley, move the Tomahawks up to that ridge.
Guidance set.
Flying high.
Got room for 5.
Yep. We are cruising.
Tomahawk systems online.
I'm going to have both Blights start dealing with this Chinese force nearby.
Roger that. We'll take this area.
Polished and ready. Standing by for coordinates.
Right, kill this.
Confirmed.
Keep moving. Go, go, go.
They can kill the drones all they like. Drones are ultra cheap.
Unit lost.
Keep it clean. Paladin taking the field. Ready.
There we go. That's that bunker. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. Just so it gets more money. Well, it's more that they've let me sit in my base and I've set up lots of drop pads for the UN, and the UN are just literally throwing infinite money at me. Oh dear. Red Guard has snuck his way into the airfield. Let's schwack this once and for all.
Keep it clean. Missile guidance set.
Give me that, and then you guys get battle as well.
Tomahawk systems online.
The whole point is that the Tomahawk launchers are the siege weapons. But yeah, the point is if you let the USA
Unit lost.
develop,
Reload,
Then-
reload. Come on, give me more shells.
General, now that the Chinese
don't like
targets
the
have been
look of this
eliminated,
place.
we can concentrate on the GLA.
oh, are they not? Oh shit, let's kill that. Oh, apparently that was all the Chinese had. So I suppose hold position until the fuel air bomb gets delivered.
Unit lost.
Cruise missiles ready.
I'm listening. Flying high.
Kill this. Just fucking deal with this. Apparently he didn't launch all of his missiles, so he didn't RTB. Fucking hole.
Is there a threat? Missile guidance set.
Yep. What do you got? We control.
So I'm gonna wait until this lot are repaired and ready to go, and then I'm gonna send them out again.
Our base is being attacked.
Ow, car bomb. Oh well.
Let's give him an air show. Jumping in. Raptor here.
Right. Really? Only one of you needs to get through, and I've got the money to replace all of you.
What do you got? Raptor here.
Oh, forgot to send the new guy.
Nice shot.
Unit lost.
There we go.
Destroy everything
That way.
non-American. Leave nothing
Imagine if you could use 2 fuel bombers, literally. It would be amazing. But I suppose that's why they don't let you do it. And I built this massive land force for nothing. All I had to do was snipe his command centers. Oh well. Well, that's this mission dealt with then. I don't actually know which mission that was. Was that 6 or 5? I don't remember. By the way, we're going to the end.
We have surrounded the GLA capital. They have biological weapons and we know they will use them.
Right.
The Chinese have pledged their support for this final assault.
Have they
We
now?
must not fail, General. The world is watching.
We also now have the Aurora bomber, which is a supersonic anti-building bomber. You'll generally lose it because they say that the supersonic should stop it from being destroyed, but it only really works against the Chinese because the Chinese have the bullet anti-air, as opposed to the GLA, which have a lot of missiles.
Colt to base. Sending intel complete.
Roger, Colt. Proceed with target acquisition.
Play this game? Well, don't say. Either figure out what the fuck's going on with EA, or fire at the bitch, honestly.
Buff is inbound, Colt. Target illumination is needed now.
Choice target for the Flyboys is now illuminated.
Roger, Colt. Wait for BDA and then RTB.
We'll go.
Ordnance is away.
Hell yeah.
Alpha's heading home. Thanks,
Colt to
Colt.
base.
We've got
Stand
fucking
by for
walls, what the
BDA.
hell?
Target is burning. Front door is open.
Say again, Colt. Colt, respond. Colt.
It's bold of them to think that they're going to get that through.
Had a close call, but we're all fine here. Returning to base.
I see. You find a way to steal it? No, I'd say there's plenty of abandonware sites online. I think even my abandonware, I think, has this game. Obviously, EA are famously litigious, so I wouldn't be surprised if they quested to get it removed.
The GLA is backed into their last.
Yeah, it's a 7. There's at least one more mission after this.
They have dug into their capital and are ready to
I was
fight us
bold of
for
them to give me
every
that straight away.
inch. When you destroy these forces, the war will be over. There is an abandoned Chinese base.
They're like
south of
Thriller
the
3 is on
position
Steam. Yeah, I say.
The Chinese government has authorized the use of those facilities. One of our rangers can capture them.
So I can run Chinese forces with American forces. Hell yes. Let's get that moving. Right, first things first. I've got a barracks, got a supply hub. Got the war factory moving.
Can't build this. Bring on the scaffolding.
Actually called the war factory. Yeah, it's called the war factory, yeah.
New construction.
Next I would like a strategy center, but that requires the war factory. They should add all of them Steam. I don't disagree. I think they should absolutely add all of their catalog to Steam. But it's ultimately up to them how they want to handle their property. Their property.
Upgrade complete.
Give me this, give me this, give me these, give me that. Give me this.
Any more projects? Always
Alright, they've actually been nice and given me the detention center on this one.
on the job.
So now target acquisition is real easy. So yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, putting it on Steam would be the obvious option, but as we've seen, a lot of companies don't like dealing with Steam because, it cuts out their profit.
Wanna make some improvements?
Especially because if it's like, bloody
Unit
EA,
lost.
they're famously shit with their stuff. They're famously like tight with their profit margins, and they're like, I'm gonna put an airfield here. I think I'll have enough space for that one, so I'll probably just have to run the one. I could probably stash it here. That's a wide front. And I'm gonna put this strategy center there.
Any more projects?
As this guy continues building the, he can make more money if it's on Steam. Well, they don't agree. They would rather keep 100% of 100% of
Special forces
what
here.
sales they do get on their platform, rather than keep a percentage of what they'll get on Steam.
Yeah.
And that's EA for you. They'd rather keep 100% of little than 50% of a lot, because it's not enough for EA to make some money. EA must make all of the money on the planet. They're greedy bastards. Right.
Always prepared.
Right, Chinese base is now ours. The Chinese base is now ours. Let's just begin construction of Chinese base. EA games 90% of the time sucks. Well, this is what I mean. Like,
That one's done. Any more projects?
like it's prone. Not even these days.
Upgrade
It's not
complete.
their current catalog that people are worried about, because of their current games. I mean, what would you say is really worth it? I mean, like I suppose Titanfall, but then, that's Titanfall 2. That's a legacy title as well. It's always their older stuff that people want, and EA want to hawk their current stuff.
Bring on the scaffolding.
And so
Unit lost.
comes down to how they want to play it.
Big plans.
It's evidently EA disagree. EA would rather sell their most current stuff and keep their legacy stuff behind.
All finished.
Ultimately, it's their choice.
Going up.
Just as it's our choice to fucking hate them for it.
And destroy.
It's expensive, and I'm not going to bother getting it just yet. And let the Chinese base repair itself. How do nuke plants compare?
Prosperity.
Supply 10 power for 1,000, as opposed to the cold fusion plants, which
Laying the foundation.
supply 5 for 800, and then get the other 5 for another 500. So Chinese nuke plants are better because they give the same amount of power for less. So I should just build Chinese nuke plants.
Scaffolding. Can't build this, sir. How about a lift?
It just sucks balls. Like Titanfall 2 was amazing, and Command & Conquer games are amazing. Well, this is what I mean. Command & Conquer's basically dead now. Like, EA saw fit to effectively axed the franchise. I mean, last I heard, the most recent bloody Command and Conquer title was a bloody mobile game, and it was not a good one. It was basically Agario. Shit.
Heavy armor ready for action.
We found another Titanfall 2 enjoyer. We may well have done.
GLA forces massing near Chinese base.
This'll wake them up.
Anywhere
Well, let's get that killed then.
taking new ground.
Unit lost. Warning.
Get this dealt with.
Scudstorm detected.
What do you mean Scudstorm detected?
This'll wake them up. Let's use it. Blow 'em wide open.
Kill these rocket troopers as quick as we can.
Constructed their Scudstorm general. Eliminate it before they can fuel the
There we go.
rockets.
Any more projects?
Big plans.
Yeah, so they very much did. Yeah, they did. And then they keep teasing 3 in order to encourage sales of 2, and it never works.
Build space.
Crusader
And it's a pile of shit.
Our base is under attack.
What's the
Yeah,
story?
so we've now got that moving. Get the detention center up.
GLA forces sighted in the
Bring
mountains.
on the
All
scaffolding.
units prepare for action.
Building is complete.
I do need a bigger force for this, don't I?
In the field.
I see everything.
Oh, I have a sniper. Didn't see that.
Let's build.
And I do now need to get the Chinese defensive line moving.
China has been generous.
General, our base is under attack.
Hidden identity.
Okay.
Notice me.
It's an odd choice for them to strike there, but okay.
Unit lost.
I didn't realize I had a sniper. So wait,
I'll be your spy.
banging.
I'll scout
Right, that's dealt with. Right, with the Chinese defensive line going up, pull US forces back.
I built for China.
Have this guy continue building up the nuke plant core at the back. He's got a Scudstorm there, so let's go ahead and deal with that. I'm going to deploy a spy drone immediately over his base. It looks like he's got camouflage for his dudes.
Network discovered. All units watch for surprise attacks.
real nice when it's done.
Yeah.
Right, so what I am going to do,
Unit lost.
I'm going to supplement Chinese Gatling turrets with Patriot systems. It is not happening. Yeah. Are we going to win with COD and release it? Oh, of course not.
Prosperity.
What are we going to do ultimately? Yeah.
Unit lost.
Nice location.
Yeah, looks like none of them got through. Shit.
Building is complete.
Let's build.
Let's get the laser up.
Ooh, can't do that.
The other.
Unit
How's it?
lost.
Let's build.
The only. Did I lose the other one?
We have big plans.
No, he's going north.
I built for China. China will grow larger. Let's build.
That's a US. Those are on the way down.
Start.
This requires a propaganda center, so let's get that up. Propaganda center requires a war factory.
Sorry,
Let's
sir.
build the war factory.
Build there.
Unfortunately, I think I am going to eat a Scudstorm here, and there's not much that I can do about that. Sniper is just eating up these guys. Holy shit.
We have big plans.
If they see this, literally.
Unit lost.
Bastards, a lot of them.
Construction
Special forces here. Take a new position.
Yeah, I'm going to eat that.
prosperity.
See, this is why I wanted to supplement the Patriot line with Gatling turrets.
A very good plan.
Apex is well for now. Well, yeah. And so long as Apex does well, they're not about to shift from it because it makes them way too much fucking money. Such is the reality of EA. Build another one there.
In the US of A.
They're attacking our base.
Yeah, that's another one.
Generous.
Send this other
Unit
dozer
lost.
down there.
Real nice when it's done.
Do that, and now we can see everything they have. We can start chipping our way through it. Yeah, and they have bombs
Unit
everywhere.
lost.
Surprise, surprise.
Low power.
Yeah.
That one's done.
Have to push a couple of nuke plants. all of the nuke plants.
Clocked in.
Building is complete.
Then that north.
Let's build.
Unit lost.
A very good plan, General.
I never liked how quickly the nuke plants die when they're pushed.
Construction will charge.
I'm gonna get that online again. Get that moving. Oh, that's by the way. Oh shit, sorry.
Is complete.
Alright, that next nuke plant should be going up
China will grow large.
imminently.
We have big plans.
Keep getting that built.
Job for me.
General.
That's for everything else. I'm done, really.
Unit lost.
Construction.
You see, at 8 ads. Yeah, they do like to take the piss these days.
What's the story?
Pile of shit.
Has been generous. Construction location.
Keep building up the Gatling turret line.
Real nice when it's done.
How did they get that? Fuck's sake.
Want to make some improvements?
So another Patriot missile,
Scaffolding.
and just have that be the defensive line. Because Gatling turrets are generally really good against stuff, but they don't. But they lack detection and anti-armor, which is why I'm giving them Patriot systems as compliments.
Unit lost.
I'll be your spotter.
Now they must have found my bloody spy drone. Oh no. Anyway,
We have big plans.
That one's done.
Unit lost.
let's get me a nuke.
Nice location.
General, our base is under attack.
There you go. See, look how good that is. Lovely.
Unit lost.
New construction.
Make sure we got shit nearby, just in case. The level of monetization is definitely laughable. Yeah, it's a problem. The ultimate problem is what are you going to do about it?
We have big plans.
Let's recess that a bit.
Nice location.
Nuke launchers going up. Particle cannon is charging.
Story.
Ultimately, I'm going to run with the same force I had last time.
Humvee here.
Unit lost.
Breaking loose.
I am going to eat a Scud Storm, and there's nothing I can do about that.
Ready.
Low power.
Is complete.
Yet.
Got my missile launcher right here. We will live in prosperity.
Get that built quick as you can.
Got my missile launcher.
Remember, we always want to build the nuke launchers, not the cold fusion ones, because the nuke launchers,
Construction is complete.
the nuclear plants, because they provide the same amount of power for less overall.
Here, sir. It will look real nice when it's done. Got my missile launcher right here.
Warning. Scud storm
Yeah,
launched.
I figured he'd fire that the moment he got the chance.
Right here.
Now the game is where's he
Unit
shooting it?
lost.
Got my missile launcher right here.
If I were him, I'd be firing it at the Chinese base, but he's probably going to fire it on my base.
They're attacking our base.
Oh, he went after my army. Thing I can replace really easily.
Unit lost.
All right.
Good area.
Oh yeah, shit. Nah. Oh, now I got to wait for this to be done. Oh, he didn't touch either of my
Unit lost.
I'm free until tomorrow, as I have to present it. No, hell yeah.
General, our base is under attack.
Oh, you know, welcome, Nikki. Is it?
Have a job for me.
We're slowly getting through
Unit
this.
lost.
We will live in big plans.
I lost one of the American dozers.
Looks promising. I built for China. Of course.
Build another nuke plant and get another nuclear missile up, because I do prefer the nuclear missile to the the particle cannon. It's just the particle cannon can spread out its damage over specific buildings, which does give it an edge. But the nuke launcher is just one big whack of damage.
Has been generous. That's a good choice.
Right, now that that's done,
Going up.
get the strategy center back up and running. I need that for the Tomahawk.
Build orders complete,
No.
sir.
And then start getting all that out. Make sure that keeps getting repaired. I'm gonna wait until that nuclear missile is ready before I fire the particle cannon, because I'm gonna go for Scud Storm, like unquestionably.
Unit lost.
Bug it up. Got my missile launcher right here.
That was 9.
Got my
Three
missile launcher
more.
right here.
Alright, it's all good. Right, for the program I spent far too much time designing as I went to upload it. The Google form said it had 12 parts, of which could hide a prep quiz. Yeah. Yeah. I know all too well having to document software and shit. I had to do it for my last job. It's no fun. It takes fucking ages because you have to think about what could this guy possibly fuck up. Dude, what boneheaded user? What could they think of that would break my software?
Got my missile launcher right here.
Give me the Tomahawks.
Search and destroy.
The strategy center back up and running. That's 2 nuclear silos that are now charging.
Our base is under attack.
So what this does give me is a basically invulnerable defensive line, which is just peachy.
Unit lost.
So the Parafight's the same shit. 5 ferries. What do they bring up? Oh, that's always the way. I love the document bugs. Love to document bugs, as that's the QA's job. And if anything, my rep in GFL has to.
We have big plans.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a look. That's a good start.
I mean, to be fair, more and more people are doing that. The putting gaming stuff on their CVs and resumes, depending on where you are. Just as a proof of dedication and shit.
Heading over.
That's 4. I need 1 more.
Unit lost.
In fact, every time I hear that,
Got my missile launcher right here.
one moment.
Unit lost.
Can't knock the mug off my desk and it hit the tempered glass of my PC. Everything's fine, but God, that give me a fright.
What's the mission, sir?
Did I build a ranger? I did. I'm silly. Oh.
Let me launch one.
Why did I build a ranger?
Lost.
Whatever.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Tomahawks are coming up. Next up is just the paladin wall. Building that shit out. One thing I can run with the one Chinese unit I can run is the bloody rolling detector, the bloody troop carrier, and that'll keep me safe from bloody mines. And so everything else is just fine, honestly. Yeah, as soon as this goes up, as soon as the missile's up, I'm going to be sending that out. Everything now. Well, I'm getting to it. Don't worry. I now have nuclear missiles, so it's on the agenda.
I want to blow something up. Heading over on the trail.
And this defensive line's a little sickening. And Chinese Gatling with American Patriots is just silly. Now they can't get anything past me. You can see the sun again. We blew up 3 boats. They dropped the sun on us twice. I'll tell you what, this is taking ages. I'm going to build a second American war factory.
Unit lost.
That's just good. That's just fun. They keep. I keep being worried they see my spider ends. They know it's a piss out of me. There you go. That'll be enough. Let's whack the detention center up again. See what we're dealing with.
Unit lost.
First things first. Nuclear missile first. Oh, something got through. I'm going to use the A-10 strike to bugger that up. Right, and then that's that down to a hole.
Chain gun upgrade is
Warning.
Which means I'm now going to fire the particle cannon at it. And now their Scudstorm is reset. Oh, I can't control it anymore. Oh well. That dealt with.
Unit lost.
While the radiation is actually continuing to do damage. That's great. Right, we're gonna fuel air bomb the door. Whilst my force gets up and running. Now that that's on the go, let's get this moving. Get the Aurora bombers I was about to say rolling, but yeah, not quite. Give me a second, American dozer. Need that shit. Oh look, I've knocked a hole in the wall. That was my initial goal.
Preserving freedom. Let's build.
Build this and build more Aurora bombers in it. There we go. Right. You get battle drones. Tomahawks get sensors, and they get and the Paladins get no, Paladins get battle, and the Tomahawks get sensor.
Is there a threat? Keep it clean.
There we are. Right. Roll south. The Humvees are the anti-air solution, if anyone's wondering.
Any more projects? All finished.
According to Kaikaku.
Unit lost.
Because Kaikaku means plan. Kaikaku sounds like cake.
Always ready.
I'm not getting enough money. I must ask Daddy UN for more.
Job for me. Bring on the scaffolding.
Kaikaku. Oh god, that's an nth layer joke right there. Oh shit.
Protecting our people.
Tomahawk launcher armed and
Is
ready.
there a threat?
Right, we'll just
Unit lost.
lost a Paladin to the bomb truck.
Taking her in.
Spin them round.
It will be an honor.
And just like that, we're going to spin around again. It's unfortunate that we ran into the GLA force there. But, you know, here's what it is. So, I overbuilt Paladins, anticipating that I was going to lose them. So.
I see everything. They won't notice. Standing by for coordinates.
Paladin taking the set.
Okay, everything's where it should be.
Polished and ready.
Got the blue Chinese units. Actually get a reference because it's a bloody DBZA reference, so I'm very familiar with it.
Unit lost.
So it's going to cost 10 grand to outfit an airbase with Aurora bombers.
Keep it clean. Yes. Understood. Doing what's right. Closing the distance.
Actually, right. Pull them up there. Pull the Humvees there. I don't know why I'm running air defense in a game where I'm up against GLA who don't have any air units. Spin them round. I also now have a nuclear missile. What's the objective? Oh god, what's the objective here? Experience menu. I forget where the bloody objective button is. The tab. No. Right there it is. Destroy all GLA forces and structures. That's going to take ages. See if they've rebuilt shit in their base. They have not. I'm happy to see this. Let's whack that force. Get that dealt with. Fire this other nuclear missile.
Unit lost.
Where are the workers?
Warning, nuclear missile
I
launched.
wish to whack them.
Unit lost. Warning, particle cannon.
Let's left click to fire the damn thing. Then right
GLA
click guides it
have
around.
massed strong anti-air weapons on the top of the wall.
No
We
shit.
need to send in ground troops.
Well, that's that dealt with.
Missile guide
Doing
set.
what's right. Taking her in.
Push them in.
Launcher armed and ready.
Pull the Tomahawks over here.
Yes, sir. It's the right.
Start rolling forward.
Yes, sir.
We should be okay here. Because
Unit lost.
infantry units, once they stop moving, can generally be killed by tanks pretty easily.
Polished and ready. Closing the distance. Standing by for coordinates.
And that, tell them to guard this area here.
Doing what's right.
So the Tomahawk missiles will be fired against the enemy ground assets.
Unit lost.
Paladin tank in the field. Sniper here.
There we are.
Paladin tank in the field. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hammered a button and I thought that would take the Auroras off.
In flight.
Defenders of peace. We will station there. Pushing the envelope.
Spin around, spin around, spin around, spin around.
Protecting our people. Closing the distance.
Spin them around.
Humvee here. Tomahawk systems online. Updating grid location.
And say send the Tomahawks
Unit
forward
lost.
and have them start
Watch from there.
taking chunks out of what they see ahead of them. Easy, easy. And so this is why you run Tomahawks. Just the ability to whack stuff from way outside of their range. That on their base, because I want this dealt with, ideally. Fortunately, this is why the nuclear missile really isn't an effective weapon against GLA, because of the holes. That's what. That's me. Yes, me. What are the bugs in my program? What? You should integrate finding bugs into your presentation as an interactive part. Sadly, it would be. This is the thing. I find that sometimes it's like they make the point of, oh, it's just about the process. You know, you got to show how you found the bugs. And it's like, yeah, but I found the damn bugs. Who cares? I'm like.
Ready. Yes, sir. Confirmed. Cruise missiles ready.
Ready.
What's right?
Shit, wrong button.
Paladin tank in the field. Enemies of the free world.
I've also just realised that it never researched any of these, and I would like those. It makes the Paladin's Ardor,
Here. Standing by for coordinates.
makes a Paladin's Ardor, and gain veterancy faster. Whereas the drones not die quite so
Unit
fucking quickly.
lost.
Polished and ready. We're moving. Closing the
Start rolling forward.
confirmed.
This is Echo 1, rolling into
But luckily we can see the bombs in this area thanks to the spider drone.
Taking her in. We fight for peace.
Kill this.
Unit lost.
That's it. Move them in. Might as well move the Humvees in as well.
Paladin tank in the field. Tomahawk launcher armed.
So the Tomahawks roll in as well.
Is there a threat?
Kill that shit.
Closing the distance. Confirmed.
Don't push too far forward. We're not quite ready for that smoke just yet.
For coordinates. Keep it clean.
Unit lost.
The whole position there. Have the cruise missiles deal with it. There we go. See how much easier that is.
Tomahawk launcher armed and ready.
Send that out. We might be able to halt their construction capabilities now. That should knock that down.
Warning. Nuclear missile launched.
Send the nuclear missile up. Then wait just a
Unit
moment.
lost. Warning.
And then
particle cannon
cast the particle cannon.
upgrade
and fucked.
complete.
And then we just... Oh, the radiation should get that. Sweet. There we go. Suddenly he sold a lot of his shit.
Our people. Yes, sir.
Oh, and you just suddenly decided to felt the need to sell up. Okay. Get the Tomahawks away from that boy.
Unit lost.
It's a bad boy.
Yes, sir.
Send them north because he seems to have sold this lot, but not necessarily all of it.
Launcher armed and ready. Transporting cruise missiles. Keep it clean.
That's it. Let's roll through.
Unit lost.
Polished and ready. Taking her in.
Shall we get these holes as well?
Online. Warheads in the field. Keep it clean.
Grab these Humvees as well. Things that they are also
Upgrade.
just missile boats at this point. Ah, there's another force. Kill that. Oh no, we lost the Humvee. Shit. Grab the... might as well move the experienced Humvee driver into a heavy tank, because that experience transfers. Shit. So, I see we lost our detector. Well, shit. Something I must consider now.
Unit lost.
To be fair, as long as we continue moving in this fashion, we should have everything dead. To be fair, we do now have the Auroras. As long as we path the Auroras through the breach, we should be okay. You'll find that the Auroras are quite fast. And they're supposedly supersonic bombers. Oh, you wonder. You even wonder why you can't fight, literally. It depends on which environment you're in, because...
Objective completed. You are victorious.
Oh, sweet. I did it. Go me. I can't, like, I do despise the fact that a lot of these, like, default female Chinese, hell yeah, like, models are actually Black Lotus. There we go. It must always end with an air show. Hell yeah. Missionary accomplished. I heard there was 8 missions in this.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Thank you for the follow, mate. I'm not going to be a service. I thought there was 8 missions, but I appear to have been wrong. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. That was that. So yeah, that's Command and Conquer Generals, America. Hey, Roll, you showed up just in time for the end. Well, sorry. Well, hopefully you've been lurking, because I would hate for you to have missed this. Hey, kitty. Yes. Yes, America won. The good guys, man, won and the bad guys lost. I've been here the entire time. Good, good. I was worried. I'd hate for Roll to miss this, but yeah. Yes, that was that's yeah, and that was the USA campaign, and that's Command and Conquer Generals. That's all 3 campaigns. I will be continuing this with I was home from work today. Good, good. But I am streaming quite late, so I suppose you got to catch one. Hey, but I will continue this with 0 Hour, which has not only its own campaigns, but has not only its own campaigns, but also has the General Challenge, which I will be doing, probably as the Air Force General because air power. But yeah, I hope everyone had fun with this. Praise be to Dark Brandon, and yeah, back on tomorrow with I now don't know what, because this stream was originally planned for tomorrow, but we found ourselves with time after Metro finished up. So person go boom, person do in fact go boom. But we found ourselves with time for after Metro, so I now have to very quickly plan. Galgun? It's funny. But that's not a gun. That's not a game I've thought about in about 1,000 years. Christ. You know what? Well, I enjoyed that Space Barotrauma. Or Void Crew. Yeah, I mean, we do want to play Void Crew at all opportunities. It's just about getting the people together, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll have a think about what I'm going to do tomorrow. It was pretty cool. It was very good. Yeah, honestly, grab it. That's like we encourage everybody to buy Void Crew. Buy Void Crew and play it with us. It's not a request. Do it now. It's a fucking good game. But yes, yeah, easiest way to stay abreast of what I'm going to do is to join the Discord. Invite link down below. I post my schedules there every week, and I occasionally adhere to them. But so yeah, I'll have a think about what I want to play tomorrow afternoon, because this means to Var that we can almost guarantee to get BFGA in tomorrow, seeing as this is now done. So yeah, that'll be me. If you haven't already, consider dropping a follow. I hope you had some fun, and yeah, I don't believe anybody I like is streaming currently.